Oh,
Classic.
there we go. Good evening, ladies, lords, lasses, and all those in between. It is I, your humble game master, the Deathly Shad, here today to bring you some more Rains of Vitrium content. Episode 68. Or as I'm gonna be calling it, Tales of Deepwood.
So sad that we only have one more episode
I know.
before we have to quit forever.
We have to cancel it. And
At
it's
least
the next
until
episode.
season.
Yeah, we'll release season 2 soon.
Yeah, it's like we just start over with season 2, episode 1. Every
Yeah,
season
exactly.
is 69 episodes.
Or just so we have 69 in every episode after this, we just stop it at 69. But then the next episode after that is 69.1, 69.2, 69.3, 69.4, all the way up to 69.69. Then you get 69.69.1, 69.69.2.
Okay, fair enough. All right. So
it's like patch versions.
yeah. So
patch 69.1.
When last we left our adventurers, Agathar the Kobold Rogue, Morgan the Halfling Divination Wizard, Francois the Rabbit Folk Monk, Soren the Rabbit Folk Samurai, and new party member Vonnie the Rabbit Folk Smith, the party has decided to take some time for themselves. Since they have no real way to get Vaelyn back just yet, they decided instead to take 2 weeks to prepare for what might come next in Vu. What have they decided to do? What surprises await them? We shall learn today in Tales of Deepwood. What's gonna happen? Who knows? I don't. Let's find out today as we return to the Rains of Vitrium.
If any bad things happen, I'm gonna freak out.
When has something bad ever happened in a Shad game other than every one of them?
In a downtime session, no less, where you're supposed to be having fun, right?
Supposed to, having downtime.
I know, right? But like, it'd be no fun if there wasn't any consequences. Right?
Actually, it would be really fun.
Yeah, no.
That's the whole purpose of downtime, Shad.
No. All right then. So,
No fun.
I am going to kick things off with one of the players that gave me not a lot to work on what they wanted to do.
Drafkin, got it.
I mean, that is one of them.
Wait, you gotta call them out like that.
There were actually 3 people.
Calls it like I sees it.
There are only 2 people that gave me like a litany of things, as some might say. But I will sprinkle those interactions in throughout the session, so that we can kind of like float between people. So, first of all, Francois, you wanted to study alchemy with Morgan. That's a sweet
Idea.
So, how did you want that interaction to go? Did you want to have a small conversation with Morgan, and then kind of like take it from there as to like how she's training you, and what days she's training you, so forth?
I was just thinking of it as like just like a small scene, like maybe it's like either up on the roof where the various components are grown, or at least the like floral components, or down in like the little workshop where they actually work on the alchemy.
All right then. Well, we had you do all the rolls for like proficiency gaining, right?
For this 2-week break.
Yes.
I don't.
I'm pretty sure we did. I told you to write them down.
I'm double checking on my sheet. No, you know what rolls? You had me do the rolls for the mushroom hybrids for Garmenthi.
You are right on that. You are right on that. Okay, well then go ahead and give me a unproficient alchemy supplies check.
What would
With
that be?
advantage because I am helping.
Yes.
Would that just be a straight intelligence?
Yes, it would be straight intelligence.
Let me make sure that I don't have guidance on. I do have guidance on. Let me remove that.
Better turn that shit off.
Intelligence. Huzzah. 8 with advantage.
Man.
It's gonna be one of those days, huh? Roll 20?
Turn it on. Roll the d4 for guidance, please, because you're gonna need it, probably.
It's like, to use the guidance because I feel bad. In before it's a 1.
Hey,
Hey,
12.
it's a 12. Okay. Some
You take
progress
those.
is made. Thank fuck. All right.
I do not blow up the cart. Good.
You don't blow yourself up.
Okay. So,
Just recreate the fucking Mythbuster scene. Am I missing an eyebrow?
yes. So, go ahead and have your small scene. I will say the two of you are kind of currently working on brewing a very simple recipe. Alchemist fire.
Oh boy, my favorite.
Yes.
This is my favorite cookbook, the anarchist one.
Yes, it is. It is. That's why you're making some. You're showing Renzel how to make alchemist fire. So the two of you are currently situated inside of one of your alchemy lab rooms, I would say, Morgan. There are a couple alchemy labs set up with various distillations and tinctures kind of like sitting in the background. You have a couple things that are coming to a boil with one another, and you have a couple components that you are mixing together at this point in time.
I would say yes to all of these things, though. I imagine Morgan may have, in one way or another, kind of led this this lesson to be done in like the kitchen area by the hearth. Just moved many of her things down there.
Okay.
But where she's got her big old cauldron that she usually uses like over the flame in the hearth as she's stirring. It is important to remember the consistency of what you are working with should be thin yet still. It kind of lifts the spoon out as it kind of like sticks. It makes like a goopy substance. Sticky.
Right. Okay, and you just... Well, I imagine you just kind of have to eyeball that. It's probably inadvisable to touch.
Normally what you would do is take two utensils and essentially measure how long it takes for the concoction to essentially separate themselves from each other. Usually you're looking for an interval of 3 to 4 seconds.
And... Right, and that's when you add the fire newt extract?
Yes, that is about the point when you add the newt salts to the concoction, essentially adding the final ingredient that will give it its potency and allow it to burst and stick to whatever it is you are throwing the fire at. Though it is important, we do this as the final step, as once we add the newt salts, it has a short time before it becomes volatile. When it becomes volatile to the open air.
She just kind of looks over to the cauldron. Are we going to have time to bottle the entire thing if it's such a short window?
Well, this is more of a learning experience, though bottling them is not so necessary, so long as we have a large enough container that we can pour from. I have a few...
Minor aside. Morgan, being an experienced alchemist, she would know that typically speaking, the safest way to do this final step of the process is to take your vials that you're putting your alchemist fire mixture into, sprinkle the fire newt salt in first to like the bottom of it, then you pour the mixture
and
in,
pour it.
and then
I can
into the
yes and my
vials.
way through a concoction, Shad.
I'm just giving you the process that you're.
I know the process. She was essentially. I was going to say that she has a large glass container with essentially a small tap.
Or maybe
Right.
Morgan is such an expert at alchemy that she can make this stuff any way she wants and it'll still work.
That is
Or
also
maybe-
true.
or
Because
maybe
because this is make believe and
maybe-
I'm pulling shit out of my ass.
Or
Go
maybe
however you
she
want.
just wants to see glorious, glorious fire.
Yeah, I could like
Not
a
in
level
my
101.
house.
However you
Right.
want, man.
This is the only place I do not want to see the glorious fire.
Fire.
I am.
I was
What-
denied
Anywhere
glorious fire.
else is okay.
What I'm giving you is the academic way. You can have your own personal way, but this is the academic way.
One thing any good alchemist will tell you,
The fuck with the ball.
or chef. Once you know how to cook a recipe, you add your own flair to it, and it always becomes infinitely better than anything written down in a text.
Well, then you should explain that to Francois.
I am currently doing that with the voice I am using. So we sprinkle the newt salts into the concoction, give it
Can
a
you
heavy.
make the alchemists fire different colors? The way, like by mixing metals, the way they do, like fireworks? Or would that react poorly?
Additives are not out
Or
of the
would the
question.
alchemist fire just eat through the metal?
Well, it would not eat through it. It is a exothermic reaction. So once we finish the concoction and it is used, it will violently burst into flames with the contact with the air. As she is like actively huffing and puffing to tilt this cauldron over into this large glass jar. You could add different kinds of powders that would burn different colors. Or you could add different kind of colorings to the liquid itself, if that is something you like. It's an added step, mostly for flavor and flair.
Perhaps.
Certainly be confusing to the wrong individual.
Also, Ren, you would notice at around this point in time the mixture is beginning to smoke ever so slightly.
Is this like right after? Like, is this during when I'm still wish deprived? So I've got like the minus like 4
Yes.
strength.
Yes, this is. So,
She's like
like-
huffing and puffing. It's like, okay, no, this is a little heavy.
Yep.
So like she's trying to put it in, she's trying to pour it in, and you see that it's going a little bit too slow, and you see it starting to.
Yeah, and she just leans forward. Okay, let me help. As she has 9 strength.
Athletics.
With
These-
advantage.
These just these
I-
2 fucking weak bitches are like
I-
trying to have this cauldron.
I will say yes, she has advantage.
I will say that the cauldron is on a sort of system where it's meant to be like cooked in and then tilted over
I
to
know.
pour.
Okay, we got a 16.
That's why I was giving advantage. 16. Yeah, it's more than enough. You're good. You very effortlessly, like, this is also built for a halfling as well, so you just kind of like Morgan's probably used to pouring this stuff by herself, but now that she's enfeebled, she's just like, ugh! So like you just kind of like go in
I'll
behind.
just
and just kind of, like,
do it.
you just kind of like lift up and pour it with ease, just like, nah, I'm bigger than this.
She's like panting after we do this, and then the jar, there's this like metal band around the top with another piece of glass with a bit of cork, and she just flips it over and straps it down and is like, whew, I am exhausted.
A thing you would notice, Rensois, is that while the mixture is pouring into that metal tube, all of it cycles in effortlessly, and none of it is left behind at the very bottom of the cauldron. As you see, kind of
it
like
sticks
this
to itself, but not to like the cauldron or
Yes.
the bottles.
In fact, as you kind of like look at it, you see like this lightly enchanted sheen a bot. One of those non-stick enchantments.
I call it
Yeah.
Pam. You spray it on before you put anything in.
Like, it's like Teflon's spray of non-sticking.
It is terrifyingly deadly to most wildlife, but it makes my food slide right off my plate.
Just don't use metal utensils. It'll scrape it right into the food.
So it's
And
no
then-
problem. It's no problem
you
because the animals that I'm eating are already dead.
You will get cancer if you do exactly what Francois just said.
Oh boy. Anyway, continue.
Most definitely. So she goes to heft this thing up, but it's like, just kind of like wheezes. I am going to be useless for days, aren't I?
She'll kind of pat her on the head. You're never useless, love.
Just face scrunches in with a deeper green in her cheeks.
Think of it like this: you have far more mobility than Agathar typically does after his escapades. So
I don't go raising the dead or resculpting people in different images. I just rewrite their entire history. So I suppose
Just
fair
sneezes upstairs.
point. Fair point.
Yeah, she's like, I don't do anything crazy. I just rewrite reality. Oh.
I will take you at that. You have me there.
To the side, you guys hear a very familiar voice, just like, "Is that safe to eat?"
Who looks at them? Looks at the thing we just made.
Malia looks back.
I don't believe I know of something you couldn't eat, which is as alarming as it is hard to say. But it was not made for you. You get 3 square meals a day. How many did you get with your last master? Any at all?
Well,
Once in a while?
I haven't had any square meals. All of your plates are round.
Literally what she was about to say. She's like, I've never had a square meal before, but I've had like your meals, which are like all different shapes, and then I've had people-shaped meals, and I've had gem-shaped meals.
Quiet.
Oh, okay.
She's just rubbing her at the bridge of her nose. Your old master, they fed you all the time, once in a while, barely at all.
Now I'm thinking about square meals and want tofu. Do we have tofu?
I don't have soybeans growing right now, but it would be a difficult thing to procure.
What's tofu?
It's essentially what you get when you grind the soybeans and then treat them, sort of make them into fun shapes.
They're very good in soups. They don't have much flavor on their own, but they will absorb lots of flavors. They're quite good.
Oh.
It's like a flavor sponge.
You know, my master said I was a flavor sponge once.
That is gross.
Well,
You're gross.
Let's see. She said one time that you always have to be open to new experiences and flavors. And she said that she's never had slime before. And she asked me if she could have a square of my belly, so I gave her some. And then she ate it, and it was really weird. But she said it tasted sweet and good. Big grin.
Right.
You guys want to try some? She called it candy.
No, thank you.
Oh, okay. So that was like ch-ldr-n.
Right. You will get fed when everyone else eats. There is no need to be greedy.
Flops onto the floor, begins to gel out, just like.
Just like, they just grab a spoon and thwack this side. He's like, not here.
Slorts back up.
You have a basin, you can do that then. You did not ruin my floors.
I don't ruin floors, I clean them. Look at this. She points to a spot on the floor where she just was that has, like, no residue on it.
It's just a footprint.
No, it's
Eyes
an
and arrow,
print.
and she points her spoon to the other side of the room to like a metal basin that looks like was just recently bought. It's like, you have a basin. You sleep in that.
Okay. She'll just walk over and just flop onto it, and then just. Blub, 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 blub. I'm depression puddle now.
Just like rubbing her face. What did I do? I deserve that.
She's sweet.
If you say so. I am not throwing her out. By any means, she's earned her keep in my eyes. It doesn't mean I can't be annoyed. I'm annoyed with some of you on occasion. So it is a term of affection from me, as much as one might begrudge it.
The wind up. In Rensois, you have Wendy currently poking you on the shoulder. She is frowning.
What is it?
She begins to whistle and wave herself around, speaking in the ancient tongue of Auran. Do you understand it?
Well, she also does not speak Auran. She's mute.
Air elementals speak Auran.
Yeah, but I'm saying she specifically does not.
Oh, okay. She's making hand gestures.
She's
an
mute.
She's an extra dumb air elemental.
It's fine.
She's not dumb. She's just mute. I mean, she is dumb. That's just not why she's mute.
She makes a variety of
unrelated.
Roll for me an insight. She just starts making a variety of wild waves with her body and whippy, windy motions.
Charades.
Yes.
Is that a flashback of the fucking
15.
Men in Black meme?
Just wacky inflatable flailing arm tube man.
She's saying she is in a bit of a huff, as some might say. And she's basically saying that Belle called her a cheater at chess again.
You eat the pieces.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's like, did you eat the pieces again? Or try to?
No,
She
no,
was
that's
winning.
Amalia.
She was winning.
Huh?
So she was winning. So I may have blown one piece over to the side, but I blew too hard, and it went up in the air, and it went in me instead.
So yes. That, Wendy dear, that would be the definition of cheating.
But Doug told me to.
I'm trying to figure out what the charade for Doug would be.
She takes on the shape of a mole. It makes like a wah, 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 wah.
She
Gesture.
turns into an eldritch horror for a moment.
You know what? She turns
Why
into
does
a
the
mole.
Why does the mole have 47 eyes?
Like she finds this pipe in the room that you're currently in that when she goes through just makes this noise.
She turns into a she shapes herself into like a mole, except you see like multiple little tendrils sprouting out of the back and just like whipping around. Like it looks like an octopus has attached itself to the back of a mole, and as it kind of like opens its mouth up, a metal pipe flies into the middle of her, and you hear a noise
Carmenthy?
come from within.
she makes the noise once, and just Red Swan just like places a palm over the end of the pipe. Okay.
She lets the pipe clang to the ground. Ding, 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 ding. And then she points to her ear. Gives you a big smile.
Right. Well, yes. Even if you're losing, you should lose with poise and grace. Learn from your mistakes, and use them the next time. No one likes a sore loser.
She sighs. The room sighs with her. And then she just perks back up. And then you see her start floating checker pieces around in her body. Start walking away. Well, floating away. Just...
And she just kind of like nods and smiles, and then turns, and then just turns to Morgan. What do you think the chances she actually remembers that advice this time? This is the 5th time.
Renswat, roll me a intel check for your... And while an air elemental may have a... I don't know if they have a positive or a neutral intelligence score, drop this one's intelligence score to negative. It's not... Alright.
It's already a -2.
Okay,
she has
never mind
6
then.
intelligence.
Okay, roll it. We'll
She
see.
has 6 intelligence, 6 charisma. But she has 20 dex.
Yeah, I would sure hope that wind is has
Dexterous.
dexterity. Yeah.
Yeah.
So...
I mean, a 12 with a -2 is not terrible.
No, it is not. That's why. I don't know why, but you feel as if words in the top left-hand corner. Wendy will remember that.
Wendy will remember this.
Yes.
Below that, it pops out Doug disapproves.
Yeah, yes, Doug disapproves. Doug hated that.
Damn it! I was trying to teach her to cheat, to beat that bitch Gardendi.
Renswell, the way you did that sounded so much like Willem Dafoe, and it was amazing.
Wow.
I'm teaching her to cheat. What's wrong with that? Isn't that normal?
So alright. We're then going to skip over to Bonnie. Bonnie. It's funny doing this fine day that she realizes that she has no way crafting these. Yeah. It's coming. Is Vonnie here?
You step away. Vaelyn!
Alright then. Fine.
Rip.
Fuck it. Do someone else.
Okay, we'll do it live.
Go live.
Alright, Agathar, your main scene. Do it.
Okay. Oh god, like main scenes. So we're gonna do
I mean,
okay.
if you want to, you do.
I have one thing I wanted to start off with.
Alright.
So when Agathar just that day, it was because it happened in the morning about Soren about his soul and shit.
Boy, howdy, yes, it happens.
Yeah, that was this morning.
That was this morning,
Agathar's
yep.
like soul stuff, right? But he's gonna make sure that Soren's all good. If he needs him to stick around, but I'm sure that Soren just needs to meditate on whatever the hell that is. But he is gonna ask Soren for like a small loan. He's like, before I head out, do you have like 100 gold there? I don't have any cash on me, and I'd rather ask you first.
Said 100 gold.
Small loan of 100 gold.
Yeah, it's a small loan for us. It's a small loan.
He's about to say something, and then he just kind of stops and goes, "Oh, it is a small amount for us, ain't it? God, I remember when 100 gold was a lot for me. Certainly before I met up with you guys."
Yeah, I mean, same.
Oh, sure. I mean, what are you going to use it on, if you don't mind me asking?
Just gonna, use it on the lady, because I'm gonna do something nice for her today.
Oh, I see, he says with a smile and a smirk. And he... Like, are they still just, like, on the floor after Agathar tackled him after coming out of the...
Uh, I don't know. Probably. You know what? Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So Soren is going to just, like, kind of, like, put his arms around Agathar as he just sits up suddenly, and then just kind of just, like, sits him down on his lap, and pulls out his coin purse and says, "All right, do you want that in gold or you want it in copper?" He says with a evil grin.
um, I heard that there's this currency in Electrum. Do you have any of that?
No, Electrum doesn't exist.
As a matter of fact,
Actually, gold preferably. I'd really rather not make the merchants angry.
he's already got it counted out in gold, and he hands it to you. He's like, "I know, I was being an arse."
Okay. Yeah, he takes it and puts it in his own coin purse. Thank you. Here, I'll leave something behind for you. Like a deposit or something, and he'll give Soren's face a little kiss. He'll give his face a couple of kisses.
He'll lean
kinda,
in. Soren will lean into it.
yeah, and there we go. 2 Agathar patent kisses as a deposit.
Well, yes. So the loan is made. Run out.
Yep.
Make your way on your little errands. What are you doing with the 100?
He is going
In
to
summary,
go out. Yeah, in summary, he is going to go out and he's going to go to the fucking nines to give Soy Fang, if she wants, a spa day. He is going to buy like soaps for like baths that help with fur and muscle relaxants. He's going to buy like good brushes. He's going to go out and get like a fruit basket, whatever choice of drink that she prefers. Like, this is going to be a her day thing, so he's not going to make any decisions.
Okay. I
He's
have a
like,
question.
"What do you want?" Yeah.
This is Vitrium. Vitrium is like the furry city, is like the furry capital of the world and stuff like that. So,
Sure is.
any of that fur-oriented stuff is going to be on the cheap, very likely,
Yep.
because,
It's abundant.
for reasons, right? There's a market
Yeah.
for it.
Yep.
So, it really depends on, like, are you getting the more utilitarian stuff that's just going to get the job done, or are you getting, like, fancy
Oh, no.
shit?
He's getting the fancy shit.
Okay,
He is gonna.
25
He's
gold.
yeah. He's gonna treat Soy Fang like a goddamn queen. So yeah, he'll spend the 25 gold.
Okay. And lastly, are you actually paying for a literal spa on the spa day, or are you going to provide the Spa accoutrement self.
Oh, he is gonna do the spa. He's gonna do it himself. And
Alright.
that includes like a full body massage, brush,
I have a question.
all
Are
the
you
nine.
buying any reading material?
I think maybe he would. He also did a hell of a job massaging Rainier, so I think he's got maybe a good idea of what to do, but I think he will pick up like some materials to pour over as she's like bathing or something.
Okay. That'll be another 5 gold on top of that.
Okay.
And lastly, I suppose yeah, no, I think 30 gold will about cover it for all the fanciness. And what are you doing for the water?
He is going to, because we have a bath in the cart, so I think he'll just like do the normal water, but I think he'll get like Epsom salts in it or something.
I mean, the bath salts I'll say are included, like
Yeah.
gourmet spa shit package.
Mhm.
And these ones won't zombify you.
Hooray! What?
Old. Anyway, so I need you to do a couple things. I need you to A, roll stealth. B, roll persuasion at advantage. And C, roll me a sleight of hand check at advantage.
Cool. Yep.
Right? I'd assume that this is going to be kind of a mild surprise thing.
Yeah, he likes to give her a surprise, and you know, especially the I don't want to say the botched proposal, but like, it's like okay, she's gonna probably watch, so he's gonna do his best to try to like be sneaky about it.
Alright.
And honestly, I think to include that, I think he's gonna be a little shit, and he's gonna pop Pass Without Trace from the ring.
Okay. Fair enough. It's 32.
Just to be a sneaky little shit.
Alright. More than fair enough. Right, so yeah. Effectively, you're able to get everything all set up. Done and ready. And she is very surprised. Like, legitimately so. You can tell because of just like, normally speaking, whenever she looks that's supposed to surprise her, she always has like this kind of like half cocked like little twitch in the corner of her mouth of showing of like yeah, I knew the whole
Mm-hmm.
time. But in this instance, it's not there. It's just kind of like it's not like an open mouth expression, but more of like there's like a slight parting of the lip right in the center of like an kind of thing. And so you go about with your mad, suing, all that other jazz. She adores it. Knock it right out of the park.
Yeah.
And I'll even say, get yourself a little point of inspiration, buckaroo.
Let's fucking go. I'm gonna hold on to that for a long ass time.
And utterly forget you have it.
Yep.
Hey Renswall, you still have yours, right?
My what?
Or point of inspiration.
Yes.
I should remind you that you have that whenever you fail a roll. Just so you can get the chance to reroll it. Also, I forgot to loop the music. I'm dumb. So yes, there's that. It's a lovely day, a very wonderful day, as some might say. And I will say, yes, you do. Point of inspiration. And also, Agathar can't walk the next day. And then we'll go from you to Soren. What's a light thing you're gonna do, buddy?
Well, the first thing he's probably going to do is as soon as Agathar leaves the room to go, riz up his wife, he's probably going to try to meditate again. Like that's probably when he's going to try this new thing that he's wanting to do about his soul situation.
Uh-huh.
So he's trying to see if he can manipulate it in any way, because having that thing, like, it's clearly foreign and not naturally a part of his soul. He doesn't feel comfortable with it there.
Well,
especially knowing from whom it came from.
Yeah, but how would you know?
Well, I mean, it just looks really different from everything else. Like you said, it looked like a spike.
Because it looks like that doesn't is second opinion.
Well, he could. I suppose he could, but he wants to see if there's anything he can actually do about it first.
There isn't.
There isn't? Okay.
No.
So, yeah, the next thing he's going to do is go buy a whole bunch of sending scrolls, because he's going to be making very liberal use of those in the next few weeks.
Of course. Go ahead and give me those sending.
Okay, so I didn't write them down, but they're probably not going to be that much. The first one is going to be to Mel.
Obviously.
And that is going to be, I don't know if you can hear the garden equipment happening right outside my back door here, but the sending to Mel is going to say, "Hey Mel, Soren here. I want to know if it's possible for archmages to modify souls or tamper with them in any way."
Well, dearie, in short, yes. In long, it's more complex. I could easily mess with your soul, but others not so much. Need me?
Did she have to cast another sending?
No.
Oh, I was about to say
that was 24 words. Her final words. Need me?
Oh, darn, because I was hoping if she would cast Ascending, then he didn't need to spend another one.
No.
Anyways, he's going to send another response back, so that's 2 sending scrolls. And he's going to reply, maybe saw my soul in meditation, noticed something different this time. Probably explains why I am a linchpin, and that's going to be it.
All right. Go outside the cart now.
He tilts his head at the response and then stands up and begins to make his way out of the cart.
All right, you make your way out the cart.
Like just waving to Rensois and Morgan as he passes by them.
All right. You make your way outside the cart. Close the door behind you. And in a couple seconds, you feel a tap on your thigh. You look down.
Yes, Soren.
Evening, Soren. How goes the day?
He kind of... Hold on, let's see. Okay, so he kind of like twitches a little bit as his head just kind of like snaps to the side, and he sees her and goes, "Hey, well, at least you're able to get here quickly."
Yes, now get down here and give me a look at that soul.
He narrows his eyes and goes, "All right, you promise not to do anything too hardcore to it, right?
She
Like no
smiles.
modification, no tampering, no nothing like that."
She smiles even wider.
That doesn't fill me with confidence, Mel.
Don't you trust me?
He takes a deep breath and says, Aggie does. And he is going to, like, kneel down and get into his typical kneeling position.
Good boy. Now, yes, I'm not going to be doing any actions to your soul. Whenever it comes to soul magic, it's finicky, even for a expert like myself. She'll twist a ring on her finger and your ears will pop, and you'll see that the world around you has this like hexagonal pattern. It seems to kind of like refract through the air like fine light. She puts a hand on your shoulder, and she puts her other hand through your chest.
Painful this time, or not as painful as when she put in the stinger?
It is.
So, yeah, he's probably going to respond with a...
It is utterly. And
yeah,
you
his fists clench.
feel her small hand caress and wrap around the very essence of your... And get this pulling sensation all throughout your body as she pulls from your chest your soul. And you feel your body just go slack. And see the color drain. All you see is this silver strand connecting your body. She's holding it in her hand, and she's fine color, but oh yeah, it is tampered. And yes, I know you want to respond. You can't, not right now. Your body is devoid of a soul, so it won't respond as you want it to. You're currently in a state of comatose paralysis, but worry not, you'll be fine as soon as I return your soul to your body, but I need to examine it up close, and now I'm just monologuing. Spawn. I'll explain a bit. And she rotates your soul to one side, then to the other, and then prods at the spike within. Feel it kind of like rattle throughout your being. And then she's like, it's in there. And then she'll slide her hand back into your chest, and you feel breath come back to you. Your body snaps right back to life. The color returns to it, and you are alive again. As she pulls her hand from your chest.
As she does that, yeah, he's pretty much going to respond exactly like that, just like, oh, 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 and just like put a hand like on his chest and just be like, oh, that was far worse than I thought it would be like.
Oh,
the family, Soren.
Don't worry, Soren. I couldn't have ripped your soul out of your chest. Not like that, at the very least.
You just did.
No, dearie. I was holding it. It was still tethered to your body. That tether is far stronger than you would think.
I trusted you. It just didn't feel good at all.
Oh yes, I know. I'm quite well aware. I've had it happen to me a couple times. A couple dozen times. Back when I was an apprentice. But yes, with regards to that spike, yes, it is unnatural, and it seems as if whatever the Transmutation Archmage did is they jammed a spike of their own potential into your soul. And, well, detaching it will kill you.
You said detaching will kill it?
Detaching it will kill you, yes.
So he goes, and I'm gonna take a wild guess here and say that dying in that way is not something any of the clones will help with.
Oh no, dearie, that's soul, damn it. That's permanent. Now, I said I'm the master of the soul. While I could, in theory, remove it, I would need to take something else and it would need to be something similar, perhaps from a relative, perhaps from a mother, and they would lose something.
By something, you mean a part of their soul.
Yes, and presumably a corresponding part of their body that would no longer function.
His fists clench again. He goes,
However, there is hope. Well, not necessarily hope. There is actually no hope in this situation, because the only hope you have is that the Archmage Transmutation removed the spike from your soul personally. In which case, your soul should be restored back to the way.
right? Can she do anything to me while it's in there?
No, dearie. It isn't a control rod, it's a mote of potential that she has jammed right in there.
Strange, I didn't feel a thing when she did it.
Well, of course you wouldn't. We're not as a two soul as me, nor even Agatha, or Francois, or Vaelyn. Those three
Oh.
could probably feel something happen with soul. Agatha more so than the other two, because that's just simply had it happen to him.
But I felt it when you were doing whatever it was when it was still in me, so...
Well, of course, because I was actively interfering with your soul on a much more personal. This was a lot more subtle.
Alright, well, I suppose I should give her what she wants in 100 years. I think that's how long she said it would be.
Would be something else entirely that she wants. But what I do know is that spike, it is a motive. It is a pathway that has been placed before, that if you choose to walk down it, choose to interact with, will slowly grow and meld with your essence.
So you're saying I can make it mine?
Yes. In fact, if you make it so much yours, well, she can no longer remove it without simply killing.
Well, it's just something she could do easily, still even at that point. I'd just be a linchpin, she'd still be a full-fledged Archmage.
Quite the conundrum.
So I have a choice to make. Either make it so much mine that it empowers me that much, or if she does or be safe and only go part way with it.
Yes. Although I will say it's rather interesting how she do it.
His head slowly looks at her, and with an eyebrow cocked, and he goes, "Interesting."
Yes. Interesting.
Sorry, but I don't find this whole thing interesting. He puts his hand on his head and just kind of starts rubbing it.
But of course you wouldn't. It's your soul being affected. Most people don't find it in their souls affected by things. Tragic as it is.
But, well, if it's something that might help me or something I should know about, how is it interesting to you?
Oh, well, simply put, I didn't think it was possible. To give someone linchpin status, so as I've said before. One is not simply given the status, they are born with it. It's an X factor. But somehow this transmutation arc given you that X factor.
His eyes kind of narrow at her and he goes, "So you did know. Last time I was there at your hut, you said you didn't know how linchpins came about."
I said I didn't know how this came.
I suppose.
I
Well,
know that some are born. I know that some develop. But I did not know that an Archmage could simply jam a spike of potential into someone and make them.
I don't feel that much better about it, but as long as she can't exert control over my own essence through it, then that does make me feel slightly better.
Oh no, dearie, I would be able to tell if that was a control rod or not.
So a control rod's actually a thing.
Yes. How do you think necromancers can control their more sentient necromantic constructions?
You could just jam it into the soul of somebody and take control of them?
The living are a bit more demanding, say. It's a much finer degree of magic to do so. And it's
Well,
not exactly necromancy.
He furrows his brow and thinks about it for a little bit, and he goes, "Well, this certainly gave me a lot to think about. Oh, before I forget," and he stands up, "Could you wait here for a second, please? I'll be right back." And he goes back into the cart, and about a minute later, he comes back out with something wrapped in like a cloth, and he says, "I wanted to thank you for letting me use this," and I wanted to return it too. And he holds it out for her.
She'll wearily take the package and just kind of like open it up with a couple mage hands.
It's the stinger that she had implanted in him over a month ago.
Oh, this thing! How quaint. She'll pick it up and then she'll kind of look over to you. She'll look back to it. And then she'll say, "Poison check!" And then she'll stab you with it.
Can he see it? See if it's coming or not?
I would say, were you expecting to?
Not really.
Yes, but she has advantage and a plus 18 to hit.
Shut it.
But let's see. Would that be I guess it would be a wisdom check. Okay, so yeah, he's gonna like catch her in the middle of doing it, but he's not gonna move. In fact, he's just gonna put his arms in kind of like the downwards macho position where his fists are clenched.
All right.
And he just lets her do it.
All right. She stabs you with the stinger, and you feel 3 doses shoot into your body, but to no effect.
He's just kind of smiling at the moment.
She pulled it out of you. So you went for the full duration.
I figured this would have been one of the side effects as he points to his eyes.
Oh yes, certain skills can have quite the interesting side effect. Then she'll kind of take the stinger and just hold it between two of her fingers. Just dusting it.
So he holds it between two fingers and does what? Sorry?
She dusts it. She disintegrates it.
Oh. Oh, if I knew you were going to do that, I probably would have held on to it.
Oh no, it's out of the useless. It only had 30 more doses left anyway.
So, it's helped me out. I started feeling its effects in Mirzai. I was more resistant to poisons, and it seems like I'm completely immune now, and that's kind of what I was hoping for, so thank you for that.
No, my methods work is all the thanks I... But anyway, I must be off. I thank you for showing me this interesting little...
Well, thanks for helping me understand it.
Yes, that's what I do. Or try to. But I'm off again. She'll snap her fingers, and in a puff of light green magic, she's just gone. And that hexagonal pattern around you is gone as well, and you actually hear the din of the city around you return to your ears, as it was absent.
So he takes a deep breath, feeling a little better about himself, and heads back into the cavern, back up to his room for more spinning scroll usage.
Alright. Hey, Bonnie. Bonnie, buddy.
Vaelyn,
Are you awake? Oh.
if you are, you're muted.
BRB. Ah! Every time I go for him. Alright then.
He knows.
Alright then. Moving along.
He's timing them.
I know. Hey, Morgan.
Hello.
You had things you wanted to do.
There were a couple of little things, yeah.
Go ahead. Tell me about them.
Let's see. Haggling and discussing what happens with the caravan, what we discussed in length.
Yes. So what upgrades
what
are
was
you buying?
available? Jeez, you gave me a spreadsheet.
I did. Here.
Where
Allow
is that
me
old
to
bad
ask
boy?
you a question. Are you buying the core upgrade?
I think that's necessary, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
But wait. Yeah, that's the one that's on discount because I'm essentially supplying all of the materials. Am I correct?
Yes. So you're buying the core upgrade, right?
Yeah.
Then that'll be 10,000 gold. Are you getting the extra?
I'm pretty sure we were gonna. I'm gonna say it. I'm going to do that because someone is going to ask me.
The workshop is looking. So yeah, and you need the extra floor for that too. So that's 30,000. In total. This is total. Keep that in mind. For the workshop, that'll be 60,000 in total.
Yeah.
All right. You now have the option of silence and privacy spells, or unseen servants, automatic cooking, the garden, or the spa room.
I will say we already had auto cooking with the servants.
Yes, but this is a lot more.
This one does bagels.
I'm just gonna say you'll be hard pressed to find a situation where she's gonna be where Morrigan's gonna be like, I am not letting these things cook. This
All right,
is
then. All right.
I do like the privacy spells, but I also kind of just want to throw that sweet core upgrade 2.
All right, you can do that. All right, so core upgrade 2. So that'll be, let's see, 10, 30, 60, 800 80,000 gold in total.
About to say 80. Okay.
Yeah, 80 in total. Else you want to get, you now have access to core upgrade 2. Would you like to get extra floor 2?
No.
No? Okay.
I could afford all rooms increase in size. Ooh. I want a teleportation. I want the teleportation circle thing, but that's a little.
That requires you to have extra floor. It says right there next to it.
Man, why did I give all that money?
That's something that he can tell you later.
Oh yeah, he'll owe me. All right. I'll get extra floor and throw in garden.
Okay. So you're getting extra floor 2?
Yeah.
Okay. And you're getting the garden. Alright. So that is 103,000 gold pieces.
Yeah, alright.
Alright. Renswat, you have any extra money you wanna throw towards this?
Yeah, I'll gather everyone up and be like, yeah, no, I am putting in the orders for the house.
Here.
Who wants special features?
Allow me to simply copy and paste the link here into the general chat of our lovely roll.
Wow.
Yeah, get a look at this stuff.
Oh, sorry, the general chat of. Also, keep in mind all this is subject to change and stuff can be added. Like, if you guys get ideas for like card upgrades, throw them at me. I'll put a price on them, and I'll put them in a core area.
Right. So then, where are we at on this?
You guys are okay. So you have the base upgrades, and you're at core upgrade 1, and you have core upgrade 2. So you have core upgrade 1 and 2. You have all the stuff under those that are available to you. Anything that has a price tag associated with it, you have to pay for.
What's our budget remaining?
I have, let's see, I have 117,000 on me. I've spent 103.
Okay.
That means that Morgan has 14k left.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was thinking that
if other people are asking for things to be added, Morgan's gonna make like the sort of like hold her hand out and go gimme gimme.
It's like, hey, Agatha holds up 8 copper and 8 silver. Is this enough?
First thing, Agathar, why are you handing me
$3.
silver?
Take it or leave it.
Oh.
Smart man.
Oh man.
Wait.
Oh.
So which all things are you just now buying?
We got core upgrade. We got core upgrade 1 and 2. We got extra floors 1 and 2.
Okay.
And I bought workshop and garden.
Give me just a second. I'll just add a little tag to the.
Okay. Okay. Well, I just saw spa room. What in God's name is that noise?
Oh, that might be me. I have a clicker at door spot for me to keep my ADHD from getting out of control.
So yeah.
See, it sounds like an out of control washing machine.
It's like, you know,
That's me. Yeah. It is. It's 4 keys from a clicky keyboard on a little keychain.
Nice. I guess I was like, oh, adding a spa would be kind of nice.
Yeah,
You
it's
got
like,
do you have open spa money? Mr. 3 Copper?
No.
What I really want is to get that teleportation circle. Being able to leave the cart somewhere safe and immediately travel to it would be valuable.
Really nice, yeah.
yeah, Renswall would be like, I think I can spot for some things.
It's up to you. You give what you can. I have depleted most of my funds for getting us into a more comfortable situation.
You should get the
Yeah.
spa room and more unseen servants.
No.
Yeah, well, I
3 unseen servants is a lot! It's an entire band!
Yes, but imagine
I-
if you had 20.
Is that
Yeah,
what I
I'm
get with
trying
buying
to-
that?
So the way more unseen servants work is at this level and every core upgrade you get an additional 3. So you'd have
Oh.
6, and then with the next core upgrade that's 9.
I can't think of that many tasks I would want an unseen servant to do at any one time.
How about maintaining the spa room and the garden?
And massages in the spa room.
Yeah.
Here, I will ask you a simple question. If you have a very large, nice pool, how many pool boys do you hire? 1.
Yeah. So
How long does
Pool boy.
that task take?
I don't know.
Shut
That
it.
depends on how cute the pool boy is. You might need a second one.
He is invisible and incorporeal, so unfortunately...
Agatha
You know
just
what?
says
Fair
with a
enough.
straight- Agatha just says with a straight face, I don't know how to swim.
That's horrible.
Well, my brain is looking at. It's like, okay, spa room would be 5K. Unseen
Honestly, if
servant.
we wanted to save up for the teleportation circle, that'd be great. It's a shame that we can't afford the elemental resistance because you know we could get cold resistance on that, and we'll get less fucked by ch-ldr-n.
it's just 1. It's just resist. You don't get full. But
Oh, I know, but even then, it'll help.
They still do magic damage on the other side of cold, so it's superfluous.
Yeah, I definitely don't have the. I don't have teleportation circle money,
Okay.
but I've got spa room money.
All right, go get the spa room.
Yeah, she'll eat 5K for a spa room.
Honestly-
Soren's actually not there. He's probably still using sending spells, but he would I would say he would chip in for the spa room as well.
I mean, I have plenty.
Yeah, Soren
Agatha's, well, I
Soren
can
has
pull my-
9,000.
Agatha was like, I can pull my weight. I can like do massages and stuff in the spa room.
I have 16,000.
Damn.
Yeah, you guys.
Not anymore.
Well, yeah. After buying the spa room, I have 11,000.
You should get more unseen servants.
That's 11,000 more than me.
Together we have like 20,000. I think
say
at
that.
this point this is all we need. This is a good starting point.
Get bigger
Yeah.
room.
I agree.
The rooms are fine.
I am 1'9". Every room is big.
Yeah, but it's bigger.
Shad over here trying to get us the money sink into useless things in an imaginary space.
Shad is literally being a car salesman right now.
Think of all the adventures you can have inside of a bigger room. Your race car bed is not big enough for your wife, man. Need bigger.
He has a point. He has a point.
That sounds like a you problem. Go out with that 5 copper of yours and buy a new bed.
Slaps the hood. It's like slaps hood of Vitrium. You can fit so many Rains in this bad boy.
Wow.
The extra, I was about to say, does extra come in a waterbed?
Yes, it does.
Shad's just saying whatever the fuck you can to get you to spend that money.
Agatha would be too paranoid to sleep in a waterbed. He's afraid his horn would pop the bed, and then he'd
Don't
drown.
worry. It's not a waterbed anymore.
Alright, cool.
Wait. Hold the fuck up. I just scrolled down to look at what shit happens at later dates.
Yeah, what about it?
Wait.
I'm looking at
You
down
keep
under
those
core
secret. You
upgrade
keep those
4.
secret.
I know I'm not gonna mention them, but I'm looking at them.
Huh.
I'm looking down under core upgrade 4, and I have interest.
That's awesome.
Gigantor.
Check out Core Upgrade 5.
Half of these things
Yeah,
I
but
didn't
that's-
even ask Shad for. He just started throwing shit in there.
To be honest,
We pretty much have the Mach 5 if we get all that. Just press a button, it can do anything.
No mention it. No mention it.
I'm not
Okay.
mentioning anything, I'm just saying.
Keep those secrets.
Ah.
Alright then.
So yeah, that's all we're getting for now. I also wanted to, I'm just gonna grab a single spell scroll and add it to my book.
What spell scroll?
Nostrils Magic Aura.
Nice steel. Magical. That's a
I don't
second
know how
level
to pronounce
spell?
that. Second level spell.
How much gold you got left?
14,000.
14,000. I'll give it to you for 2.5k.
14,000.
I'm sorry, what? 2.5k for a second level scroll?
Do you know what the fuck it does?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, that is a spell that can make you, appear as with an aura of any other creature you want it to be. That's like a high tier spell for like espionage and other bullshit. So like,
Yes.
quite
Oh.
literally,
I'm gonna remember this.
I'm just saying.
It's like the weekend comes, Shad's like, hey, I want to get the spell scroll. Do you have it for sale? It's like 16,000. It's like, what? Why? It's only a first level spell. Espionage.
I recall you having me sign permits and buy for like 1,200 gold pieces or 2,000 gold pieces a scroll of disguise self for the very same reasons.
Okay.
I have a recording of it. Go figure.
Shit. All right. Well, then I'm not gonna question that. 2,000, you said?
2,500.
Damn it.
Caught in my own web, it appears.
Well. If it isn't the consequences,
It's consequences
of
of
my
my
own actions.
I will eat that sandwich. I made it.
Your Honor, if I wasn't there, if you weren't there, I wouldn't have done it.
Well, I will do this. How about this, Shad? We'll call it even. You add those things I just bought to the roost.
They're gonna be added in 2 weeks' time.
No, I mean like to the sheep.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'll do it after that.
All right, that's fine with me.
But yeah, 2,500 gold piece, and you can get yourself a scroll for that. I think it's
But I get the
also
scroll.
it'll be 2,600 gold pieces for the materials as well because it's a illusion spell, I believe.
What you're gonna dox me for another 2,000?
No. I said 2,600 for the material cost to copy it into your
Oh,
spell.
another 100. Yeah, that's fine. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Well, it just so happens.
It just so happens with that attitude.
Well, no.
Fine.
Remember a couple sessions ago, Soren bought a bunch of scroll scribing materials, but those worked for that.
Yes, they would. All right, fair enough.
Oh, cool. I
In
can
fact,
make
I
my
think
6
he- I
back
think
to
he-
a 7.
I think he bought actually precisely 2,500 gold of it.
Okay, well then you only take 100 off that.
Hooray! And starting now until the end of the 2 weeks, I will be casting that twice a day. Once on me and once on Smudge.
You will need to do that for another 16 days after the 2. Actually, 17 days. It's 30 days in total.
30 days in total,
Yeah,
2 weeks.
I need to look up the spell, especially if Vox is so adamant about getting it. What's it called again?
Nystul's Magic Arm. Basically, what it lets you do is it lets you appear as something else with your arm.
No, it's
Nice
16
tools, Zara,
days.
bro.
Really? 16?
2 weeks is... Yeah, it's 30 days. 2 weeks is 14 days.
Yeah, it takes 30 days for each thing.
Yeah,
You said
I'm
y'all
casting
didn't
it
cast that
twice.
fun.
On yourself and Smudge. That's
No,
16 days
and-
for each of you. You need
Yes.
14 more
Okay.
to make 30 for
It's-
each.
It's 16 days after the 2 weeks, Shad.
Yes, but I'm saying it's 17 because you spent the first day of those 2 weeks faffing about, being tired and shit.
I can still cast spells, they just take damage.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Alright. 16 days, that's fine.
Well, it's 14. I have 16 days left.
That's what I was saying. 16 days left.
Okay, sorry.
That's what I said. Well, that's what I said.
I'm sorry.
Look. We.
I'm saying it the way that you're saying it.
Look. You see, we drove by each other on the way to the same location. Okay.
Fair.
We got
fair.
there.
I was just. All I'm saying is, like, I've got. How many counters do I have on my sheet? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 11 counters on my sheet, keeping track of so many things. It's
All
not
right.
funny.
I find it hilarious because I'm the same way with Shay. It's good. Anyway,
So
moving
yeah,
along.
purchases are made, and then suddenly the caravan is like a bosh with work, and Morgan's just like tottering around with like pencils and things in her hair. It's just like, no, this goes here. I don't pay you to take breaks.
Just shriveled raisin just walking around.
Secret unions in this household.
Actually, the workers will say actually it's our union mandated break.
Yes, I know. You take it outside.
Adorable,
okay.
You think the union
Then yeah,
would save
we'll go
you.
outside.
Adorable, you think the union would save you.
Count towards another universe.
The interior of my extra-dimensional space is a sovereign state.
Oh my god! I wanna die! Anyway, moving along. So, that's that. Vaelyn, are you back?
Will they ever be back?
Who knows? I don't. We will
Vaelyn,
find out
Vaelyn,
later
actually.
today in Rains
You are
of
muted
Vitrium.
if you are here.
They haven't
Yeah,
said they're back
hasn't-
yet in the chat yet.
Yeah.
Okay then. Long. Rensois. You had another small thing you wanted to do, right?
Think so.
Yeah, you had multiple small things.
Yeah. I just don't know which one you're referring to specifically in this instance.
Any of them. Any of them you wanted to do. It's in no particular order.
Well then. People want to do a scene between the familiars.
Okay. So, during one day, you see that there is a table that you see on the middle table of the kitchen has been set up a game of 5-way chess.
Oh, hold on. He disconnected.
Oh.
That it exploded. Oh.
No! Hey,
Okay,
look!
back.
Francois, you're back.
Yeah, I don't know why Discord's been doing this lately.
Discord's been acting up the past couple of days.
Discord always acts about it.
Also fair.
So, as I was saying, you stumble upon a game of 5-way chess. You see
Oh, good lord.
Wendy in one. Actually, no, wait, it's 6-way chess. I forgot. You see Wendy in one corner, Belle and Anna opposite of each other.
It's fucking Chinese checkers.
I mean, you know what? Sure, fuck it. It's Chinese checkers. And you see Wendy in one corner. Across from Wendy is Doug, and then across from each other are Belle and Anna, and then the last seat is filled by Amalia, who's just looking very hungrily at the pizzas.
Where's Smudge?
Oh, and Smudge is also in the corner, opposite of Amalia.
Bella's just sitting there looking at the pieces. It's like, this is all new to her. She looks over to Agathar and goes, "Which one is the bishop, father?"
Oh no, Agathar's not there.
Oh yeah, he's definitely not there.
Oh yeah, he's
So,
he's doing the thing with Zoe.
as you stumble upon this 6-way game of whatever this is, you see Anna just stroking the bottom of her bony chin, just go, "Where are the bishops?"
It's Chinese checkers. There are no bishops.
Yeah!
hush.
Move the black ones!
Paw goes over mouth.
You're saying that this is a game that we can all play together?
Yes.
It's a game that I can win. Finally!
Unlikely.
One game in my expertise!
Smudge double jumps one of Doug's pieces.
No!
You really need to be careful about your placement.
Yeah, what she said, bitch!
Wendy picks up one of her balls and moves it. It is not even close to being a legal play.
Anna just nods her head. Like that move. Like that move.
Like letting one of your friends play a game with you, despite him not actually having any pieces on the board.
Amalia's just like, can I eat the losers?
No.
But how do I get food off this?
Food?
Yeah,
Who promised you food?
Doug said that if I jump a piece and I take it, then it's mine. I get.
Smudge side eyes Doug. If you beat Doug, you can eat him.
He's magical. No, you cannot beat me, simpleton. I am the general, the tactician, the grand extremist. And he makes a simple move. And then Amalia looks at the bowl. She stares at it. She reaches out, picks up a piece, and then mimicking a move that she saw Smudge perform earlier, she does a 3-move jump and takes 3 of Doug's pieces.
Damn, everybody's after Doug.
Effectively removing him from the game because he has not enough pieces to continue.
Smudge apparates a small, like, glass filled with, like, salt and pepper and moves it over to Amalia.
Oh! Did I win? No.
You certainly beat Doug.
No, you will die! And like Doug makes little like wiggly fingers to Amalia, and Molly's like, yay! And then she like takes the salt and pepper and just goes, I'm gonna eat him now! And then she dives over the table. The table goes up and over. The chess game, the Chinese checkers game scatters everywhere as Belle and Anne just kind of like sit there, just like nodding solemnly, like, I understood that play. I did not. Not
Yeah,
yet.
Belle. It's just like, oh, so I guess in this game you can flip the table.
Smudge stretches much like any cat would and then just trounces off. Next time.
Doug's like, no! Get away from me, you wench! I don't know what that is, but I know what I'm gonna do with you. Here! And like they start, and like Rensselaer, you see Amalia and just start chasing Doug around like Tom and Jerry, just like.
For a mole, he is schmoving.
Yes, he is climbing up the walls and along the ceilings, and she is following him.
Wendy is paying absolutely zero mind, and she's like, well, I guess the game is done, and she just starts, like, loading the balls around.
She starts Hoover vacuuming the pieces up.
Yes.
Look, a diagram of an atom.
What does Rensselaer do for all this? Does she just like listen?
Rensselaer, it's like, I imagine it's like the fucking, the meme of the dude, like, walking in with the pizza and everything's on fire. She just opens the door. Oh, I heard you guys were playing it. And then you just... and she just closes it back, slowly stepping back out.
Smudge all the while rubbing up against your leg. Purr.
We purr because we likes ya.
Hush. Whack with tail.
Ow! You know it doesn't hurt
Yay!
me.
Ah.
I only get stronger at night.
Smudge
I'm
just
going
looks
to
up at
pretend
Rince.
that I didn't see anything in there.
Probably for the best.
Doug will be fine.
Hmm.
He can go to the pocket dimension.
I'm pretty sure that if Morrigan finds out, you will all go to the pocket dimension.
Smudge,
Not
we
the
better run.
first time. Agreed. Goes between Rensoir's legs for one more rub before pattering off, just like and then vanishes into the shadows.
See ya, wifey!
Hush.
Ow!
The unseen servants will handle that, right? Right, yeah, it'll be fine.
You see like an unseen. You see like a.
She just nods to herself and walks off.
You just see. You don't see it, but an invisible force enters the room, and then leaves and slams the door.
The unseen servant mutters to itself, should have gotten the more unseen servants.
Guillaume's real angry about it. We're gonna riot.
The unseen servants it's like decide to go on strike. Unfortunately, they're invisible and we don't see.
They unionize. All right. Agathar, you're up next. What little thing are you doing, huh?
Oh
What's
boy,
he doing in his
so
room?
many things. So many things.
So,
So,
right.
he is going to
You have a
literally.
small sea and some gold.
Yeah. So, I think this will be. You know what? Fuck it. Let's do first. He is going to spend after that day with Soy. He is going to spend 48 hours doing work and then resting to get rid of the exhaustion. 48 hours of work, resting to get the exhaustion, and he is going to be doing that until he gets his project done.
All right. Which project you working on first?
The thing that he's been working on. So the first one. with his,
Okay. I would like for you to make me 3 Arcana checks.
Okay, doke. Arcana. One. Oh shit. Okay, 2. And then
Okay. Roll me 2 more.
and not.
So it takes you 5 of those 48-hour wake up, 48-hour wake up. It takes you 10 days, roughly.
Damn. Okay.
Storm's gonna be concerned.
Well, it's gonna take you roughly 10 days. Like, you can take breaks between and stuff, but like, it's gonna take you that long to figure it out because of how low
that's the.
was. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Is that the big thing, or is that for the tentacles? I think he was already making progress with the tentacles.
Tentacles? Yes, that is for that. I will actually. You know what? Hold on. Did you make progress with that?
Yeah, I made some progress on the weight Mel's, and they were pretty high.
Okay. Then yeah. We'll remove that 18 and just knock it down to just those 3 20 pluses. And yeah. You get it done in 9 days.
9 days. Okay. Okay. Okay, and then after that is finished, he's just gonna immediately start working on the other thing. So, looking on his other project, can he get a rough estimate if he keeps doing what he is doing? Can he get an estimate of when that's gonna get done?
Are you talking about the scroll?
Ooh, the scroll. He needs to do the scroll. How long will it take for him to do the scroll of?
Scroll. What's the level of the spell?
It's second.
Second. I'll say it'll take you 2 days. Because you're not looking to copy down an actual spell scroll, you're looking to
Right.
copy down the notation of it.
Yeah, and it's necromancy, so it's...
Yes. So yeah, 2 days. So that'll be 11 of your 14 days. And then you basically have... and you're doing and then I see you're doing a trade for some bone. That easily enough on 1 day.
Yeah.
And a cowboy hat, easily that as well. No, you didn't even roll for those. You should get those done.
Okay, can he get... Okay, so he can get multiples?
Multiple
Or just
what?
the one? Multiple hats or just one?
Multiple hats.
Okay, alright. Okay, that will be a day. Shit, I was hoping to finish. Okay, then
How much gold do you have?
I have 71 left over.
Give me 5 for the hats.
Okay, fair enough.
And as for how much troll bone you get, we'll say.
This is a hand of a
Oh yeah,
gargantuan.
I'm well aware.
She was like, "Holy shit!"
We'll give you 16 troll bones. And keep in mind, a troll is a large-sized creature. You're getting 16 large-sized trolls.
Okay.
A good rate for a single hand.
Oh. Now, okay.
And have I given you the stats for your medical thing?
I think I sent it to you at one point.
Yes. Yes, you did. I think it's either pinned, or you could find it easily.
It's not pinned, but I
Should pin it.
keep sending you these crazy ideas, and I never ping him.
I know, right?
Nope.
And if you
I'll
would like,
find it.
you can even do a small reveal to your.
Yeah. So I was hoping to do a whole shebang with it. Okay, so
I mean, if you want to do a whole
Agathar-
shebang with it, you certainly can. I'm not gonna.
well, it's all right because I'm not gonna be able to finish the other project during this downtime, which is okay.
What is your other project?
It's the fucking.
I don't have another project written down unless you changed it on me.
No, I
Hey.
didn't. It's the It should be the railgun.
Yeah, that's what took all that time.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's.
I thought it was
that's-
just okay.
No,
I'm
it's
sorry. I
both.
thought it was only just. I thought okay. I'm sorry. I interpreted it as only the arms.
No, my man, that's
Okay,
both.
alright,
They're like the same thing.
That's on me. Okay. All right. Well, since
You
we're doing that,
silly goose.
okay. So yeah, this will be a big thing then.
All right, I'll let you have
So-
this small scene, but let me check to see
Okay.
if Bonnie.
Yeah.
back.
Yeah. I can wait. If they get back, I can wait till after.
Ah! Bonnie, Vaelyn, return to us, please.
Do stuff.
Not here.
Oh well. Okay.
Ban them.
I'll let you have your small reveal scene.
Okay.
Towards the
Yeah. So this is like kind of nearing the end of the 2 weeks. All of you are, including Gustav, gets an invitation as well. To get to have meet up at a location just outside of Deepwood. And there's like specific coordinates too. So like you guys go to specifically where he wants you to be. And
Alright. By this point in time, Morgan, you are no longer exhausted. You no longer have that strength decrease or anything like that because it's been like nearly 2 weeks.
You're no
Yeah,
longer a
I was
straw.
only down for like 3 days.
We don't talk about. Hey Agatha, are you adding the extra thing to that?
The extra thing wouldn't apply in this.
The extra pass without trace thing.
Oh no, I'm not adding that. I don't need to. I already beat everybody's passives. Except for the sleight of hand. That one I beefed it a little bit. I'll use my inspiration now.
If you
burn
want
it
to.
immediately. Hell no. Not for a bit. So you guys start heading towards like kind of an outside open-ish area of Deepwood. And as you guys kind of get closer, you guys start seeing
Minor thing. So I'll say who arrives of your.
Yeah, sure.
So you wanted to invite a particular.
I suppose so, yes.
All right. Go ahead and give me the sending spell you give.
Okay. Oh yeah, this is probably. I could invite. I want to talk to Drolam anyway.
That's who I was talking about.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, yeah, he'll do.
If you want to, you can also invite Mel. You can also invite Ariana. Be interesting.
That's true.
Or Veronica, even. A lot of people you.
That's true.
Why not more of the enemies made harem?
Yeah, right. He'll just
invite Raimi.
Also, he'll also, because he knows Mel kind of peeps through us, so I think she knows eventually. He'll just send to Drolam. To say, essentially, it just says, hope you're doing well. You're soon. I have quite the thing to show you. If you want to teleport to Deepwood, I need to talk to you anyway.
Alright. Roll me a persuasion check.
Okay. Very good. I'm very persuasive.
That was roll the GM.
Yeah, that is roll the GM.
14. So, for the 14. The response you get back is, well, I suppose I could use a break from hunting to see something. It better impress me, or there will.
Danger sense immediately goes off now.
His danger sense does go beep.
It literally pulls the Midwestern. Oh.
Yeah. Like consequences. Beep. Shit.
Oh. Sweats. Really nervous.
Yes.
Okay. So, as people start to gather, it's really just Gustav. The only people who are not part of the party.
I will
Gustav
say, as you guys kind of like gather up, you see Gustav kind of like come in, do like a superhero landing in midair, kind of floating and going, "Hey, I'm here to see Agathar's thing."
Okay.
And then slithering through a portal, you see
Already nervous.
the Archmage of Abjuration, Miss Rivendell. Good evening, everyone. I am here to also see Agathar's presentation. If he disappoints me, there will be consequences.
Like what?
Oh, that's for him to find out.
Percy, what's your passive perception?
15.
Okay. Okay. As people are talking, I think everybody sees it. I rolled so shitty on my sleight of hand.
Like inspiration it?
No. No, you fucking kept me with that.
What did you roll? Was it super low?
I rolled a 14, so I literally rolled a 2 on a die.
Yeah, Soren's passive is 17.
Yeah. there's just like suddenly like you feel your hat like shift and it feels different. And then you kind of just start seeing these like cowboy hats start apparating on the fellow people, but there's like this unseeable blur that goes by everybody. So like Renswa gets like a black cowboy hat. Soren gets like a gray, like a blackish gray. Vani gets a black hat as well. Gustav gets a hat as well. She gets a tan hat, and then when you kind of take your hat off to look, you also have like a tan hat, cowboy hat on.
Where's my hat?
You look back at Gustav, and your hat is sitting on top of her hat.
Oh no.
Give me my hat.
Huh? Oh yeah, sure. Here you go.
Snatches it away violently.
You guys like hear like a shifting of trees as like Belle and Anna start like pulling out a felon tree, not one that they fell themselves, with ones that they found. There are they start pulling out like these test dummies that just kind of jab into the ground, and they kind of see that everybody's kind of starting to gather, and Belle just waves as Anna like finishes dragging the tree, and she starts using her fingers like cutting like a bullseye right at the base of it. And then just Agathar just suddenly just like steps out. So Redswa, you just suddenly like see like little peats. You feel like a 20-pound weight just kind of shift onto your shoulders, as like you see like the familiar like feet of your familiar kobold, and then just like a little giggle, and he's just like, "Hi."
Hello.
You're currently not impressing me.
Oh, sorry. I wanted to kind of make a show of it. As you guys see, Agathar is also wearing a cowboy hat. He's got a little gray cowboy hat with like a black trim on the very base of it, and like a little like skull right at the as like a charm on the ribbon on the base of the cowboy hat.
Why are we wearing sun hats?
Well, because I remember in Mirza, a lot of people had hats like these, and it got me thinking. Well, I like, I've always wore the hood, so I thought I would give hats a try. And I think I got it all correct, because you got tan, and then I tried to color coordinate, so you got tan, and then Soren got a gray or black. So I think I did okay.
Soren's just been kind of looking at his hat with this look of, like, you can easily tell he loves it.
Gustav
Morgan's
lifts up her tan. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, is like Morgan looks between her hat and this new hat you've given her, and grumpily puts the new hat you gave her on, but like ties the little like tassels that come off of her hat around her neck, so it just kind of hangs off of her back. It's like a little humor for this demonstration.
Agathar beams.
Gustav takes her tan hat and goes, "Oh, this is really nice, man. I'll probably give this to one of my kids. I already have one of my own." She pulls out a black hat and puts it on her head.
Ah, black hat. I thought it was either between the black hat or the tan one.
Yeah. My husband said I looked like I was on my villain arc with it.
I'm not good with colors.
Oh, you're already there, sweetheart.
It's like you left your villain arc? When did that happen?
I've seen it.
It happened when I found out that, like, people die when they are killed.
Amazing that little bit of information reached you so late.
Anyway, it's just like, cool. Anyway, and then he will carefully like roll off your shoulders, then kind of land behind you as he goes in front. Well, thank you all for coming. This has been kind of a project brainworm thing in my head for a while now, and I'm honestly glad we got some downtime so I can finish it, so I can use it to, kick some ass. So I guess we should move on to the appetizer. And he'll reach into his bag and like pull out a fully boned plague doctor's mask. And he will like slide it onto his like face, so it's like a combat mask, and he looks like just like a small little plague doctor.
Gustav
Um,
claps her hands.
and as he puts the mask on, you guys see the back of his like cape shift, and then rolling out behind him, and then um, standing kind of tall are these two fully articulating, fully animated bone tentacles, like Doc Ock style. You can kind of see like the energy coming from him sort of pulse through the middle of what looks just to be a column of like complexly integrated and intertwined spinal columns, and at the very end are just like these um, three-fingered claws, as just these long 10-foot tentacles just come out from under his back, and then they land on the ground, and he just lifts up to like be at everyone's eye height.
Gustav claps again. She's like, "Yay!" And then Dralam's just like, "Oh! You made extenders! Intriguing."
Like that. And he will suddenly just like pull out his scythe, flick it on, and it's just, he has it for this demonstration at least, he has it just the single large moon blade instead of the double. And you guys see the fingers of the tentacles suddenly like get super sharp, and then he will just like leap towards like these target dummies, and he just starts shredding through these test dummies with these claws. So like when he swings with his scythe once, one of the right hand tentacle like follows through that attack to like hit it again, and then the other one like just follows through with the follow through. Like he is a swirling blade at this point, where he is mobile, like even more mobile than he usually is. And he kind of zips and darts around the field, showing off the melee capabilities of these tentacles, and then like he jumps back and like goes behind like a tree. Yeah, most people, he doesn't do a very good job at hiding, but Soren can see, probably Renswall can see, Salam definitely sees, him go behind the tree, kind of make it like he disappears, but he like suddenly climbs up as Soren, as the people who can see him, see the tentacles like unblade themselves and then reach, kind of lean back, and then like you see a tip point out from the base of the claw, and then he like jumps off the tree and like pulls out his gun, and then he starts using rubber bullets against the remaining targets, and then when he fires the gun, like needles shoot out from the base, like shoot out from the claws of the tentacles for like more follow-up attacks. So like he hits like a target dummy in the head with a rubber bullet, and then two needles just slam right into the neck of the thing, making it fall over. Like he rolls and then continues to like dart around, shooting the rest of the target dummies with this barrage of bullets and needles. And then the final one, he kind of leaps on the back of it, pops it in the head, and then the needles just like go on the other side of the thing's skull and then fire into it, and then he like uses his weight to ling it, like make it fall forward into like a roll in front of you guys, and then kind of like does a little like presentation and then bow, and then the tentacle kind of bows with them like an extension of an arm.
All right,
Terrifying.
Roll for me a dexterity-based performance.
Yay! Just
if you have acrobatics, you may use that instead.
I am not proficient in acrobatics, but they will be just modifiers.
I'll give you advantage.
Okay, thank you.
Nah, one.
Awful.
Okay.
Awful.
So it's less performative and more just like utilitarian. Like you're not interested in showing off. You're interested in demonstrating the lethality and the capabilities that you have with these limbs. So you are moving a bit too fast for people to really appreciate the litheness of the movement, and you're getting the job done with presenting the lethality of it. And your bow is a little bit lacking because of nervousness or nerves in general.
Especially with Rolam here.
But,
And the consequences on hand.
I will say Gustav is eating it up. She currently has like a little box of popcorn. You don't know where she got it from, but she just has it. She's like eating it, and like you like do a little twirl, and like she sees you pull out the gun and start shooting it and needles, and she's like, "Whoa! I taught him how to shoot that! Oh!" And like popcorn goes everywhere.
That's my boy.
What does Dralam's face look like?
Dralam's face is impassive. She is very. Her eyes are leveled on him and following the entire time.
Can I insight?
Sure, go ahead.
16.
You get the sense that she is taking in every detail about what he has done, about the design of it, and she is scrutinizing it.
Is she impressed?
You get the sense that if she wasn't impressed, she would be walking away right now, slithering away right now, but the fact that she
I was going to say, it's like she grows legs and walks away. Oh man, Aggie, you did real bad.
You done fucked up, hey, Ron.
I mean, she is an archmage.
But no, the fact that she is actually paying attention and like levelly looking at this at his presentation, she is showing a very clear interest in it. She does seem impressed. And by the end of it all, whenever he gives his final bow, she just gives a very small nod, and she asks, "Is that everything?"
Well, he kind of pants a little bit. Well, I did say appetizer. There's one more I want to show.
Soren has just been kind of like almost slack-jawed watching this whole thing, and as soon as Agathar says it, he goes, "Wait, there's more?"
He did say there was. It was what came out of his mouth.
And he will have the tentacle kind of get near him, and then he will like take you can see the needle kind of go back into the tentacle and then come back out, and you see that the needle, because the needle that he's firing are like a little bit barbed, but like they're more like just like kind of like arrows in a sense. But this one is very strange. It's like a corkscrew. So it just like has this deep gash spiral inside of it, and he will like pull it out. And you guys know that this is solid bone, but he pulls it out like it's a fucking like a sheath on an arrow. It's like it's weirdly liquid whenever he touches this stuff. And then he will shrug his shoulder a little bit, and he will reveal a bone white spot on top of his shoulder that is not covered by the armor. And he will tap the needle point on this like exposed bone bit, and then it just slides into his body.
Gross.
And when he turns, he like, when you flick your arm to kind of crack your elbow, I do it a lot. I don't know if anyone else does.
Yep. I got you.
Yep.
When he does the full extension, you guys do hear a little click, and then it doesn't move. And you see coming out of the palm of his hand that you can see now has that same like exposed bone area, and then it just like expands out into what looks to be a long barrel like structure coming out of his palm. And then he holds out his arm towards the base of that tree trunk that Anna marked with a bullseye. And let's see. Shit, I need to make a stat for it. I'll just use buttons attack. I think is what you want anyway. And then
He's gonna what?
I'm using steady aim to make sure I don't miss.
Ah, okay, fair enough.
And then he is going to expend a 3rd level spell slot as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's showing off. And then
Roll damage.
yes. Oh god, I haven't had time to put it in the sheet with me. I know the additional things I put on top of it. I believe we did. Shit, what did we do? Do I also? This is a stretch. Do I get sneak?
Yeah, sure. Fuck it.
Oh yeah. Okay.
On what? The tree?
Yes.
It's a living thing.
That one fails the snake on the tree.
Yeah.
He has it. He had advantage on the attack roll, so you know he gets sneak attack.
The tree is aware of your presence.
It's not anymore. Shit. I'm not finding it. How did I do it? I probably just glossed right over it. I'm sorry. Should be very long things. Look.
Here, allow me.
Yeah. Went way too far back.
I found it.
Okay. Oh, there it is. I just found it too.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll roll the sneak attack first. And then this is with the additional.
The additional dice, yeah.
So 49 points of damage to the tree.
So, as he, you mind if I take over here?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. As he flicks his arm and it cracks and straightens out, and that little bone white appendage shoots out of his palm. You then see him put a hand on his shoulder and steady himself. Or deep breath in, deep breath out. And then you hear and then you see this almost imperceptible shimmer of purple travel from like his shoulder all the way down to his wrist as something shoots out of his wrist and then impacts with the tree. And then you hear a crack like a whip. And then you see a hole open up from one side of the tree to the other side of the tree, about 6 inches in diameter. And then you can see beyond that tree is another tree with a similar hole in the center of it that is smaller. And then behind that is another tree that has another hole in it that is smaller and seems to have something lodged in it.
Mori just turns to Agatha. You aren't to practice this in the training room.
You hear him kind of laugh a little bit as you see the tentacle that supplied him that needle shoot another one. But this time, instead of him grabbing it, the tentacle just goes around and latches on top of his shoulder, and then just perfectly like seals along his shoulder, and then just like he fires it again, and then fires it again, and then again, and again, and again, as he just puts several holes into this tree.
I have to see what a misfire looks like.
The
tree eventually falls over.
Yeah, the rest of the impacts aren't as powerful as that very first one. But they are still immensely strong and just impact all of the trees behind the tree that he's firing at.
And
well,
after you're done felling a tree, you guys would all hear a very simple clap, clap, clap. and you would turn to see ch-ldr-n with her hands together, having clapped. Well, I can approve of using one's body as. And your inventions are indeed impressive. Please, approach for a moment, if you.
He takes the plague doctor's mask off and then like kind of looks like a nervous smile, but also like a really like proud one as he just kind of looks at the others, just like, what do you think? As the barrel like rescinds back into his palm, and then his arm just is able to just suddenly he can just start moving it again. As
Horrifying,
he walks over.
but in a good way.
And
She leans down. She gives you a very small pat on. I approve. You have done well with your status from. However, make sure your next invention is less a weapon of war and more one of helpfulness to others.
well, yeah, I will. This one, after fighting ch-ldr-n, seeing what we have to go up against, it was a counterplay.
I understand.
Do you not see what he's doing here?
Oh no, I see.
Oh, the subtext. Morgan is going to try some bullshittery for fun.
Alright, go for it.
As she totters over. I don't see Mel anywhere. You have been given a bit of, let's call it friendly rivalry leverage on your adversary in the forest. A sort of comeuppance. Certainly is abjuration magic he's using. How Mel would squirm if she were to know that you were got to see this before she did.
ch-ldr-n simply smiles and says, well, as much as I would like to say I am the only watching, I'm not.
Shit. I
Yeah,
look around. Where are you?
I kind of figured Mel would know, because, you know, she can listen through us.
Just waggles her staff. Fact.
Courtesy on your logic.
I can't have any fun.
And around this point in time, Agathar, you feel kind of like a small chill run along your spine as a hand. But as you turn around to look, there's no one. All you can feel is the sense of
You said approval?
yes, approve.
Okay. Kind of, as he kind of looks around too, he's just, and he kind of senses that. He just takes a deep breath in, and then he can just like visibly just relax a little bit. Relax as much as he can. It's always very tense. But he relaxed a little bit as he just kind of gives a proud smile. Just kind of looks up at her, looks up at ch-ldr-n. Thank you. I really do appreciate your approval, ch-ldr-n. And you know, kind of thinking, maybe this would sort of a my resume, and maybe in the future, when everything is settled and we're not fighting for our lives in the future, would you be okay if you were to hire me as a necromancy teacher at the school?
You wish to take Miss Ariana's place?
I wouldn't say her place. Maybe we could do a new subclass, like a class about specific summons or something like that. I don't want to take her place. I just unless she wants to retire, I'm not sure how long she's been teaching.
Honestly, you want the best talent for your programs, and obviously you're staring it down as we speak.
Ariana's very talented too.
And not as talented as you.
Well, she's not a linchpin.
No, she isn't, and you have that going for you. So, I mean, if you want the best for your school, it's right here.
Well, it's certainly a consideration to have. Tell you what, Agathar, if you survive the war, it comes what may upon the end of your quest and the not ending of the war, of course have a place.
And Ariama will not.
But no, I don't want to take her job.
Take her job. It'll be fun.
Not for me.
And before Agathar lets out another, Maury, shut the fuck up!
Holy shit.
I am almost, it's like it's almost at this point Morgan's trying to egg it out of him. Just like, come on, give me another scream.
It was beautiful. I want to see it again.
Yeah,
Yes, give in to your anger.
The venom of a sweet boy.
It's the sweetest.
Alright.
And there's one more. And there's one more thing I want to ask, and this one's a bit of a favor.
By all means, go ahead.
I'm going to get married, and I have sort of put a bun in that oven, I think is the term.
Wow.
Did
Are
I say
you
it right?
looking for some
No.
kind of approval?
I'm looking for protections. Since
Oh,
I'm
say no more. Say no more. I will consider that payment for the show, so to speak. I assume it is
okay.
for Soifang, yes?
Yeah.
That is the current
Fair enough.
oven bund at the moment.
She is going to reach into one of her pouches and pull out a silver. Tell her to wear this.
You may want to have a few more of those. There's no telling how long before he has Soren.
Oh! I didn't think Soren had the components for that particular spell. She winks.
And flip-flop.
Yeah, that's a certain item.
Soren just kind of like starts looking around, embarrassed, and like scratching the back of his neck.
She reaches into her bag and pulls out a second one.
You know what's...
He just kind of holds up his arms like, hey, just the one will be fine. I'm not planning on doing that anymore right now.
Are you saying no to a gift? Don't look the gift horse in the mouth.
You know what? She reaches into her pouch and pulls out 2 more. Here, have 4.
Okay. Just like, okay. You know
One's
what?
for yourself, because I know kobolds can do frog thing.
Oh my lord.
That's... Hold on.
And he may not have the matching components currently, but if you ever do, then who's to say?
Fucking Percy, your goddamn thing is 15. You see his eyes dart the sword for just like a fraction of a second.
You see a Grinch smile curl across Morgan's face. Oh, I love this more than you know.
Oh, and you're a kobold. Kobolds have eggs and not live birds. She pulls out a bag and offers it to you. Here, for them.
When you take the eggs to the market, here's a bag you can put them in.
Wow.
Like,
Let me guess, an incubating bag?
Yes, it is an incubating bag.
He takes
Fantastic.
it. He takes it. It's like, wow, okay. This is awesome. Thank you.
It's like a veritable baby shower.
I mean,
Kind of.
the market value of all this is roughly 500-ish gold pieces in Vitrium. You know, people like to have protection for their children, and we of Vitrium like to provide said protection for the children that will be birthed within.
Yeah, especially when my soul is inside of my wife.
Yes.
Not the
Oh,
only thing that's been in there. Heyo.
Heyo.
Yes. Oh.
that's what I was about to say. Oh boy.
Wow. Aren't we glad we brought the rat?
Yeah, I'm glad to be here too. Agathar, that was so cool! And, like, Gustav is just gonna kind of, like, just utterly shower you with all the praise for the gunplay, the sword play, the claw play, and just basically everything. Like, she'll go over, like, extreme detail, and then she'll critique your gunplay.
Just going to be like, look to.
And then, of course,
Why
she's
is
gonna be like, "I wanna go." And then she'll ask if she can have your arm, cause she wants the gun inside of it.
You know, it's one of those where only I can fire it. But like, as she's like
Aww.
showering him with like praise and stuff, he's like shy to receive all that praise. But you can like see his tail like curl more in on itself as he's like fucking like a dog. He just eats up the praise, but he's like kind of shy about it. But his like tail just keeps curling in on itself.
Good
Thank you. He just kind of looks at the others with like a big smile, and he just kind of goes over to the rest of the group. It's like, so what do you guys think? It's kind of the reason why you haven't really been seeing all that much of me recently. Been working my butt off trying to get this done.
Drolam goes to Slither, but before she does, she puts a card into and
Oh, what is this? It says it means to get in contact with you. I did want to ask.
oh no, it's a discount on a nursery for you.
Oh, wonderful. I was going to ask what with all the protection spells going into the children, I would assume that there are residents with you or some added protections. Maybe a discount there?
Yes, it's right there in the card.
Look at it.
It is a card for the service that you've been using. Basically you get 50% off of a nursery.
Just kind of like deflate. Great, thanks.
And the nursery room with a ever-expanding space, all your childcare needs. It has unseen servants.
I'm so happy I can lose my child in an endless liminal space. Where did Daddy go? Where did Daddy go? Where did Daddy go?
Dad! No! No. Like the way it works, as the shop owners will explain, is that it's ever expanding, but you can always find your way to the door, like snapping your finger.
Fantastic. I go back to Agathar and just ruffle his head because he doesn't have hair. If I had assumed something when you would squirrel yourself away to work with bones.
And it's thank you. It's the reason why I also hauled away that gravitum. I needed it because I reverse engineered that gravity scroll that we had, and I managed to sprinkle in gravitum dust in the runes.
You also got some help from
That's true.
inscribe those.
Yes, 100%.
I just wanted to make sure that you note that.
Yes, yeah. Regina helped a lot.
I certainly hope you drink all the milk you can get your hands on to keep your bone density from going just slightly lighter than that of a sponge.
Way ahead of you. He pulls out like just a straight up milk carton from his bag and he just like starts chugging it.
Ah, what a quest you're on.
To see this fucking like assassin who just created two like vicious constructs and created the world's first ray gun, and he's horking down milk. I just love this fucking imagery.
Fucking
What
shonen
a-
anime protagonist.
What a Chad you have become, O Agathar.
It's a
Lord
local
of
Agathar.
Bones.
It's a local Vitrium brand of milk, Mommy's Milkies.
Hell yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's endless milkies.
Locally
Agathar,
sourced.
Agathar's name is called Shagathar. Thank you very much. All right.
And you know, he just like kind of snaps like, "Ooh, Retro, I wonder if you could catch him."
I've got a better name for Agathar.
We're not shooting bone spikes at my Francois.
No,
You
we're
want to
just
try
gonna
catching
shoot
some spells?
adjacent to her.
I'll make it a ball. What'd you say, Søren?
I just said I had a better name for Agathar.
Oh,
is
it's
it?
that.
Agathug.
He does have that Glock on him.
He holds his arms sideways when he shoots it.
The Vitrium welcome.
Either you get strapped or you get clapped, fool. Huh.
Yes.
All right. Moving along. Soren, you had things left to do, yeah?
Yeah, well, first he does want to talk to Agathar about his new toys. Like
Alright.
basically in that whole thing, he's been silent the whole time, allowing him to just like drink in the praise because he deserves it. And he's going to approach Agathar and just say, "Is that what you asked for my help for?"
He kind of looks at you. Sorry, it's been a while. Kind of.
I'm now jealous and sad you never came to get my help for it. And he's saying it with a smile, so he's not actually upset.
Agathar's gonna insight that. He has no fucking clue. Oh, okay, you actually caught it.
Yeah. He can tell that. Like Soren's just kind of like reminding him that, he was there for him, but he's a little sad that he didn't come and get him.
Oh, well, sorry. I figured you were busy doing your own thing. I didn't want to interrupt your whatever plans you had. Sorry, I'm not used to.
He just like picks Agathar up before he starts talking again and just holds him close into a big hug, and he says, "Hey, don't worry about it. It was what you just did here was awesome."
He hugs you back, and you feel the bone tentacles wrap around you in a bigger hug.
I can only.
They do glitter and clank a little bit.
So like, as he does this, you kind of hear Soren go like, "Oh, okay, that's a little weird." But then he says, "I can only hope I can do anything that impressive."
Hey, everything you do is impressive.
Oh, shut up, you. He says he just continues like nuzzling him.
Get a room.
All right, how about this? I'll make it up to you. How about tomorrow? I think we still have some time before we need to head out. How about get our date in tomorrow?
He then like takes the hat off of his head and says, "You act like you haven't already given me something amazing, but I'll take you up on that, sure."
All right. Hey, I like to spoil.
It really does.
Sword just kind of says, I'm not surprised to hear your voice out of random anymore."
Yeah, see, even you've gotten used to it.
But you saw that, right, Soy?
No, I totally missed it.
Oh, I'm hurt, wounded, and he just falls limp in Soren's arms, and then the tentacles just kind of flop dramatically.
Oh no. Whatever shall I do? My baby daddy has died on me.
Should probably take him back to Mel, and he just starts walking in the general direction of Mel's with him. Agathar's still in his arms.
Hey, hold on, wait.
I knew that would get you up. And he returns back and sets him down on the ground.
When you set him down, his tentacles kind of lift him up, so he's at everybody's eye height. He's just like, I can do this now.
Oh, cool. Just leave me on the floor.
Want me to make you some?
No.
The attachment process is very involved. I wouldn't recommend it.
I didn't
Yeah.
say I wanted any of it.
Yeah, I had to clean up the room after I made the access ports.
Horrible.
It was. It hurt a lot.
Just don't bring a black light in there. You'll go blind.
Look, I didn't think I'd be seeing all that much if I did that before this all happened.
Oh no. There's a lot that you see with a...
Oh, I'm certain. That's why I don't go into that room.
At any rate, Morrigan, Francois, two of you should go with me. We'll have a girls' night. Those two can have their boys' night.
Agatha,
Just-
gas, wide. He just they're connecting.
Just kind of like elbows Francois and whispers to them, like, what are the odds one of them comes back pregnant?
We'll see.
Oh.
I fear for how many mouths I will have to feed soon.
Somewhere between 5 and 100 easily.
And that's just mine.
That boy is potent.
Can we leave him in a box on the side of the road? Is this possible?
Alright.
Three kobolds to a good home.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's like,
Free breeder.
You were trying to say, Francois?
it's like free Agathar to a good home.
Alright. Since Agatha had just had a big scene, I'm gonna take and Bonnie is not feeling up to doing anything. Francois, Morgan, the two of you want to have a nice girls' night out with Soy Fang?
Not against it.
Sure.
Alright. So,
Dry humor, dry personality, quiet bunny.
so yeah.
Oh, the shenanigans we will see.
Oh, you have no idea. Okay, so the three of you go into Deepwood, and upon entering, Soy Fang kind of like puts a hand on a pouch and pulls out a couple platinum pieces. I know the two of you are short on funding, so I'll pay for this one.
Excuse me, who is short on funding?
I mean, stuff.
I never want to pay for anything. That's the only reason anyone ever keeps any money. But I will not be stood here and told I am poor.
Currently, comparatively to me, yes, you are.
Oh, so you just have a whole lot of coin that you aren't contributing to improve the home you now live in.
Oh, I'm contributing in my own way.
Care to share?
I am currently paying for my own stuff. Have you ever noticed that you never seem to run out of food?
Yes, I stock my own cupboards. I'm not lazy.
I help.
She just points her finger at him. Well, don't. Look, I have a list of ingredients and foods that I buy for that. If you start bringing foreign goods into my kitchen...
I don't. I make a note of everything, and I bring exactly that.
She just balls her fist and it makes a crunching sound. Blech. It will hold my tongue.
Down to the last gram. I'm very precise. I also tend to the garden every now and then. It's nice.
Alright, Cinderella. You said you were taking us somewhere to eat then?
Oh, more than just eat. Two of you like...
Morrigan's like halfling ears twitch. Maybe.
It's like, you'll have my attention.
You also like stalking?
Less that. I don't want to be
Perhaps-
labeled a pervert.
Oh no, this is not for perverted things. This is for dirt.
Yes, I am aware. But anyone found stalking someone is given a connotation. It's kind of why you are looked at in a funny manner.
Then don't get found. Follow me, ladies.
Damn, we just got get gooded by fucking Soifang.
That's my wife.
I am so excited to see you sneak. She just holds her key in her pocket in the back, knowing that she can make that thing shriek at any moment. It's like, watch as I sneak up on this man.
Alright. So the three of you make your way through Deepwood. And you eventually find yourselves inside the market district. The market district is always bustling, and there's a lot of people back and forth. And she takes you to a particular corner, and she leans against it. She has you guys lean against it on either side of her. And as she folds her arms across her chest, she starts talking. Just nonchalantly, but each time she brings up a particular person, you can you can always find them within your particular vision code. So, like, I'd imagine the two of you are just kind of, like, looking around, right? Well, it's one
Sure.
of those things of, like, the second you lock eyes onto one of the merchants, she'll just start rattling off things that she knows about them. So, for example, a particular tabaxi merchant, she says, that one's a mother of 5, providing for them. Good woman, good-natured, doesn't know her husband is cheating on her with another woman. Then your eyes slide over to an Inumashi woman. That one. She doesn't know that he has had, I want to say, 4 children with that woman, off of one. Quite interesting. They both believe they are in love with the same man, and that man also loves them. But is too cowardly to admit is double timing on one. Sure. Probably. And
It's just depressing.
it can be. It can also be quite lucrative.
Surely.
Oh, yes. You see, that man also owns a couple businesses here in the city. I believe he sells love potions. Not really
Huh.
love potions, more like potions one would take if they're having issues.
Aphrodisiacs, I'm not a child.
Yes, but we're in public.
Well, oh no, public. I could say aphrodisiac out in the open.
Still, because he makes a lot of money through those sales, extort him. 5,000 pieces.
Morgan's ears perk up.
That's my wife? Holy shit.
You happen to make a decent deal off of this, yeah?
A great many deals. Which is why I need the two.
Need.
Oh, yes. I think it would be quite interesting to see how those ladies would react if they were told by third parties that they're cheating on them.
That
How many
sounds like
children are involved?
that sounds like a good way to get yelled at.
9.
I'm not about to put those children through that mess.
Oh, here's the thing. I have on good authority from interactions I've seen with them, that they are more likely to hurt him than he.
That's not what I mean. You break up a family like this and you drag the children through it. Let it go naturally. It will be hard, but I am not a fan of stirring this kind of tea and letting the fallout fall on the unsuspecting innocent.
Fair enough. Alright, another mark then. She'll
I
leash
mean,
you
if we're
guys.
talking about and following, I'm just like, well, if we're talking about tea, I wouldn't mind having something funny to bring up the next time we. It kind of whispers a little. Come across any at all? Any fun secrets there?
Oh,
Must you always pester her?
It just like sinks into her shoulders a little. Paster's a strong world. It's called a friendly rivalry.
Is it though?
I certainly enjoy it.
you know what? If you want it to be a rivalry, she should know things about you, she.
Just kind of has this like grin that definitely denotes you say a damn thing. It's like, maybe, but I also assume you like sleeping in the bed next to your husband.
I don't sleep on the bed next to him. I sleep with him.
Uh,
But that's fair enough.
Like,
I am the bed.
I am
well,
the bed.
if that bed resides within the caravan, it is of scrutiny in this situation.
I know. I'm just pointing it out.
Mm. I
It
prefer
would
it to
be-
be a one-sided rivalry where I have all the fun and she is tortured.
And not a rivalry,
I'll call it what I want.
I suppose. Regardless, why don't you two point out someone of interest?
Looks out through the crowd.
This is where the two of you can literally pick a race, a gender, and a description of someone. I will think of something. And we'll see where it goes.
How about I pick half and you pick the other half of the descriptors?
Sure. I was thinking like a portly human man.
Portly human man.
Well, we already know where that's gonna go, so what are you...
Oof.
Yes.
Human
He's
fighter.
Yes. He's involved. He's involved in the slave trade and also cannibalism.
Oh my god, come on! Give me
Murder
some
is on my
credit here.
mind.
I mean, it's a human, so clearly they're evil because it's
Aw.
Shad.
It's true. Humans
Okay.
aren't allowed.
Alright. So portly human male. What are the rest of the descriptors, Vox?
Balding.
Balding?
Big old nose. Wears slightly dirty, fancy clothes.
Sounded like we're starting to describe Dr. Eggman.
That turns out the guy being described is the one that was two-timing those two women.
Oh no,
It's like,
we're doing them a favor. He's ugly.
so it has this weird flying contraption. Currently is shoving a bird into a robot for some reason.
Abducting Vitriumites and making them into robot versions of themselves.
Okay.
Keep screaming about a hedgehog.
So yeah. Portly human man.
He keeps screaming something about emeralds.
Alright. So portly human man, big nose, wears dirty fancy clothes. Alright. She
and
looks
balding,
at
and balding.
and balding. Okay, she looks at him and she's like, "Oh,
Sonic the Hedgehog fucked.
him.
Tails, I miss my wife. It's fine.
Well, he's interesting in that he was I believe a former lord of Ori before. Well, the citizen threw him, overtaxing them.
Oh yes, so he's evil. Cool.
You just
Called it.
you see like an
I-
immediate shift in Morrigan's fucking
I rolled
demeanor.
a D100. I got low on the.
Mm-hmm.
Principal, you immediately notice like a shift in Morrigan's like features from goofing off to immediate intense hate.
So, I'd like to know the tea on this one.
12 years.
You know, I think I read a few documents in my pockets, so happened to find out before I to him that involved in a particular individual, knights one might say. He was might know some interesting.
What kind of knights?
Knights that are used to ritual and
What's the area look like? How populated is it?
oh, very populated. Like you are in the middle of a market district, and this man is just kind of like perusing goods.
The kind of knights, say, where if he became the mark, the hunter would become the hunted?
Oh, was it him? He was simply someone who supplied them with. Get him a.
She
I
kind of think on it, and her eyes just slide to Morrigan.
you can almost like feel the grinding of teeth. Like you've seen Morrigan angry before. You've seen her upset. You've witnessed her yell not directly at you, but just like in general. This is like deep dark hate.
This is this is genocide hate.
Yeah, that's it's the kind of like features she displayed amidst the fire in her dreams.
There's a kind of hate that just gets you to not like someone. There's a kind of hate that kills a person. Then there's the kind of hate that kills many people.
And then there's the one that just all of them.
I see. If you can behave, meet me in the alley. The building's over.
3 to the left.
Yes.
She'll do.
And then,
Indeed.
and then, almost as if she was never there to begin with, gone.
I gotta roll my portents for today. It's important.
It's importance.
I-
All right, me.
You know, my wife is a hired hand, so if you want to support the family business.
I am. She has a roof over her head.
All right.
Fair enough.
So, do the three of you go to where you were told?
I do.
Okay. As the two of you enter this alleyway, it's relatively clean, for an alleyway at the very least. And as you're kind of like, looking left and right, you don't see anything at first. And then kind of like melding out of the wall with a bag over his head is that same pudgy man with Soy Fang behind him, twisting his arm into a hole.
Why did I imagine anything other than what is happening right now? I thought she was just gonna like try to convince him just to follow him. No, she just straight up kidnaps him.
Yes.
This is Soy Fang.
I
Soy
don't
Fang
know
does
why
not
I
do
didn't
things in
expect it.
halves.
Have you gagged him?
Oh, she's
Like, that's my wife?
That's my wife.
she looks over to you and says, "No need. He can't make a sound right."
Did you cut his tongue out or silence him?
She pulls the bag up a little bit so you can see his mouth. It's currently moving, but there's no sound coming out of it.
That'll do. Shit.
She then tugs
wish-
it back down. What do you want to ask?
Her brow goes from like heated to like confused for a moment. Ask.
Yes,
What do you mean?
we're here to get information, are we?
No.
And what are you here for?
I'm going to beat him to a bloody pulp.
How does that help?
Makes me feel good.
Yes, but how does that help?
It doesn't. What does he know? He's been debauched and thrown into Vitrium of all places. Whatever
Listen.
information he has is old.
Old, but old information can still be used.
We still have info on their bankrolls.
He could. No, unless I ask. As it stands, he can't hear or speak unless I allow it. And when he does hear, this is more to protect the two of you from retaliation.
Morgan's just kind of like wrestling with herself and trying to find words, and it's just all anger. I'm not
See
in a
what he
good
knows
place.
about bankroll. See what he knows about bankrolls. Where money's going, who's it going to? If he's doing bankrolls, he knows shipments. What are they moving? Where are they moving it to? Why?
Okay. She pushes him
Ask
up
how old
against...
the info is.
I was going. She pushes him up to the wall, and you hear her whisper in this tongue that you don't understand. And you don't see him talk, but you get the sense that he's just blabbering beneath that hood. And then she turns and she says, "He was ousted from roughly 2 weeks ago."
Weeks ago, he's already down here?
He
I mean,
paid.
so are we.
He paid for an adventurer's tag. The adventurers took him for everything. And now he's here to
There's a
regain some
wry
wealth.
smile that creeps up on Rincewa's face for a moment.
I would assume that the adventurers were natives to Vu. Scalped him. So any information he has is going to be roughly 2 weeks.
Relevant enough.
Still kind of struggling. She doesn't like swirling. Her head is like unsure of what to ask. She's just angry, clenching her fists and grinding her teeth as she's just like grabbing her hair. I don't know. I hadn't planned to invade that place. The whole idea was to. And then looks to like Soy Fang and then just like clenches her jaw again. Any bright ideas?
Well, there's the things that I asked about.
Okay, I will ask. What was your question again?
It's like, what does he know about the bankroll? Where's the money moving to? Who's it moving to? If he's involved with bankroll, he's likely involved in the shipment of goods as well, since that's tied together. What's being ordered? What's being shipped? Where's it being shipped?
All right. She asks all of that, and in summary, what he was in charge of was the purchasing of equipment. And from what he knows, roughly a month ago, there was a lot of large purchases of weapons, armor and magical artifacts made by the king. And they were made for this Night Order. There was something about a grand inquisition, a grand hunt that was occurring. And then, roughly 3 weeks ago, this hunt occurred. And he had to basically buy replacement for all the people that were lost in that. And more specifically, he had to buy a large number of ritual components. And
Ritual what?
ritual components.
Hmm.
He had to buy a lot of incense, a lot of how do I say? He had to buy a lot of exotic meats, and he had to buy a large mahogany coffin. So he basically had to buy, I want to say, roughly 300 pounds of dragon meat, a mahogany coffin, and then a bunch of incense and other fine spell components, basically. And he only had to make one purchase of all that.
What were the components again?
200 pounds of dragon meat, incense, myrrh, and a mahogany cap. And if Oregon and Rincewild, that both of you are proficient spellcaster. One of you is a proficient spellcaster, the other has mel training. If the both of you would like, you may make your arc.
I was gonna say, my brain is casking. I'm like, are they hunting a vampire?
Hey!
Yeah, I'm not gonna bother rolling.
I mean, fair enough. All right. With a natural 20, that sounds like a resurrection ritual. But the fact that it doesn't include any diamonds, though, is really odd. Because every other resurrection spell you know of requires diamonds. This one is just flesh, a casket, and other components. It's weird.
It isn't divine in any sense. It's a dark spell. Some kind of witchcraft.
Yes.
The kind that they're supposedly hunting.
Unlikely. I mean, they turn anything into their favor. It's a matter of appearance. I don't know of any powerful witches out in Viore besides Sabina. Don't believe she has much love for the capital. I don't see her working for them or doing them any favors.
She shakes him and whispers more of that tongue in his ear. And then he responds and she says, "He does not know Sabina."
The White Witch, Hag of the White Woods.
She'll reiterate those, and he'll say, she'll turn and just say, "He knows of them, but has not heard of any actions with them From what he
You-
says, the knights wish to destroy them.
They'll be hard pressed. Sort of strange equilibrium between Sabina and the peddler has been going on for centuries now. They hate one
Maury.
another, but yes. But
Your former companion. She says, like, dripping with sarcastic venom. The dwarf.
whatever. She was a
How
bard.
If you, so I think
how much about witchcraft did you mention to her?
A little. I didn't get to tell her very much before she went to turncoat on me.
what was her name? She's involved.
Micah?
Simone. I thought it was Simone. That's what I have written down.
Well, it is. Simone is her first name. Micah is the last.
Got it.
She whispers into this man's ear, and then she responds, "He knows of them. She's a bard of some skill within. Lays on the road.
Just huffs.
But not part of the knights.
No,
Simply suckling from their teats.
shrugs. Maybe. I could always ask her."
A task for another day.
Anything else you wish to ask?
Her eyes again slide towards Mori.
Just like confused and not sure what to do. Then kind of looks to you in the same moment, like hoping for some kind of answer as they both catch eyes before she looks away.
Oh. Here's a simple thing. Instead of having us play guessing games of important information,
Simply ask him to divulge everything.
I wouldn't even go that far. Who knows what he'll... He may decide to pour out his life story. No. Ask him if he knows anything that's worth keeping him alive.
You see her get this almost imperceptible smile before she shakes him, and she actually puts a single finger to his neck, and you see that she has a claw to it. Whispers in that strange tongue, and you see a damp patch begin to grow in his crotch area. Before he starts just like and she says, well, apparently the king knows that one of their two quarry with Abigail, they know that they can't touch her. But yet, they are preparing to do so. They are very confident in their oath sworn. And there are apparently 5 of the sworn ones. A 6th went in retirement a while ago. Hasn't been.
King's a fool. There's nothing that can stand to Abigail, so long as she wishes to continue fighting.
No. No, but we may have an idea what he wants with Vaelyn. The meat shield.
I think so.
Anyway,
Do you really think that he wouldn't be aware enough to know that the king may be plotting to go? If they're going after Abigail, it would be to get to him.
Why? Isn't the girl in there is
you
divine?
you mean the Archmage? You mean the current Archmage, the Divine? That's who's with Abigail right now.
Am I confusing who the
Vaelyn
fuck
is
Abigail
with
is?
Lucas.
Abigail is the apathetic knight in Viore who is invulnerable to all
Yes.
harm.
Yeah. And then the former linchpin, and now Archmage of the Divine, is hiding at her place.
Yes.
Who the fuck am I thinking of? Heather?
You're thinking.
You're thinking of Bethany.
Maybe.
Bethany. God damn it.
Yeah, you're thinking.
Okay. That's fine. It happens.
All right, yeah. Ignore everything I said.
It's all good.
I was so confused. I'm like, what are you seeing that I'm not?
Francois saw the Matrix for a minute there.
Yeah, reality glitched for a moment.
Yeah. So yeah, she basically she holds this man for a little bit longer. She says, I assume that's everything that from this.
More than likely.
It is. And Morgan reaches out.
And Soy Fang's gonna kind of like pull them away and just shake her head. No.
You mean no?
This man, as corrupt as a individual as he was simply a money transfer and a purchaser of things for that order. Not directly involved with them.
You willingly partook in it.
He is no less a part than the one that draws the blade. He's fully aware of his own actions. It's not as though he were a soldier conscripted into an army against his will. He chose to fund them.
It's actually the demands of his king. Not that he would not done so anyway. No murder. She'll present him.
Morgan goes a step further. Very well. Cast a spell on him.
Stoke hurts.
Nope.
Oh.
Blake.
Oh!
Oh my god!
Okay. Oh.
Reaches out and presses her palm to his the center of his chest as it starts to turn to stone from that point and starts to crawl across his body.
Oh, you're giving him 7, aren't you?
Oh my god.
Okay, I assume you're giving him the 7. You're not letting him roll.
Does he look robust at all to beat a DC 18?
He is a rotund man, and you do not know his lifestyle. You also don't know what artifacts, if any, he has on him.
We know he was a fucking merchant.
Wait a minute. You telling me that fucking Soy Fang left this man with his magical items on him while he brought him over here to fucking man?
It's also, it might be assumed that he got...
You also literally told us he was taken for everything he owned by the fucking adventurers.
Yeah, he ain't got nothing on him.
Fucking jack shit on him.
I know, I'm just asking.
Don't fucking gaslight us.
The only thing that he has on his person is pissed pants.
I will start with the 7, sure. I'll give him the 7 to start.
Okay. Oh, he has to fail...
It's
3
times.
He has to
so
fail
he has 2 more.
He has 2...
No, 2 more times he has to fail.
No, that's not how this spell works. You're thinking of Contagion.
Oh.
Or
If it
something
fails
like
its
that.
save, no, it says right there. If it fails its
It's
save
literally-
3 times, it is turned to stone and subjected to.
Oh. Okay. Oh yeah, shit. Okay. So yeah, auto fail first save. So Fang looks at him like, oh. Well, I suppose I didn't say not to do that.
Is that really murder?
He'll live.
He fails
On
his second
technicality.
save. He succeeds his third.
Silvery barbs.
Fuck. Couldn't let him have the one, could you? He fails.
No.
And Morgan out for blood right now.
And basically, as she kind of like takes a step back and like keeps a hand on him, like she keeps a hand on him throughout this whole process. And you see him just kind of like he tries to move, but he can't. He's locked in place. And as that stone creeps up along his legs and along his waist and hips and further up along his rotund belly, you feel and you see the silent scream the hood as slowly everything solidifies. His screams are silenced forevermore.
Holy fucking shit.
It's like a
that
deep
point-
exhale from her.
At that point, Soy Fang finally lifts her hand.
Question, Shad.
Yeah, what?
Is he considered an object?
Yes.
I guess Shatter.
I wait for the full minute. As I reach up, grab a hold of him, and Morgan vanishes. As I use the ability of the Robe of Stars.
Oh.
You're putting him into the astral plane!
For a flash, Morgan is on the astral plane with this statue as she gently kicks it off into the ether and then is back.
If you think you hate anybody, nobody hates this guy more than
Where did you take him?
The astral
Somewhere
plane.
How does she know?
I was going to say, whenever you slip into the astral plane, you see like the astral sea expanding out from around you. You see kind of like the vague outline of where buildings would be if they were on the astral plane. But it's
That's
like
the ethereal plane you're
let
thinking
me finish. It's
Okay.
not like the ethereal plane where like you can like what I mean by vague outline, you see starry constellation. Kind of like to help orient yourself within this sea of space.
Fair enough.
And within this starry sea before you, behind the statue, you see a singular eye that is just open and lidless, watching you.
Oh.
And
Well,
then,
clearly I can't kick it towards that.
I mean, you can kick it wherever you like. The eye just simply watches you. And then, as you flicker back to the normal plane, that eye is right there in the center of Sloithing. But it is not visible.
I look back at them. It's rude to stare.
Can't help.
Where did you take him?
I dropped him somewhere. He won't be an issue.
A
He is
shame.
not dead. No murder
Okay.
has happened.
I was
Sure.
worried about what
I thought maybe we could start a statue garden up on the roof.
I
No,
was.
wouldn't want that.
I was worried about what. But this is fair. He shrugged. She
One,
doesn't
we can
care.
find prettier statues than that to put in the garden, Francois.
It would really ruin the feng shui of the garden.
Prettier. Yes.
And I
Fun
made
to stare
a
at.
fair.
Mm,
I made a
debatable.
promise to not kill him, so I did not kill him.
forever.
I'll have to be better with my wording. suppose it's fair, though.
Oh, I love a challenge, please. Though, to make it fair, no more than 2 sentences.
Fair enough.
Hmm.
At any rate, let's go get some pizza, girl.
Pizza, yes, this is a dish that they have in Vitrium and Vitrium alone. I love it.
they have it other places. It's not that hard to make.
Yeah, we don't talk about the VR style pizza.
It is horrible. It's not even a pizza. It's like a strange.
It's toast with
casserole
cheese
almost.
on it.
I would say it's.
They use pepperoni.
I was
I mean,
gonna say it's
they
like
use pineapple.
no. It's like no. You know what the cardinal sin they do? It's Chicago deep dish.
Hey,
Yeah,
so I
you
was
leave
trying to-
Chicago deep dish alone.
I was. That was
You
the
leave
reference I
that
was
shit
trying
alone.
to make.
I
I was
refuse.
stumbling. Thank you, Renshaw.
What is it?
Alright.
The John Stewart. What is it? The John Stewart quote. It's like a
It's not even-
swimming pool of marinara.
Yes,
How
it's
the hell
not-
did that? And you enjoy the swim?
It's like it's not even pizza. It's a
How
How dare
casserole.
you dishonor my
Casserole.
Chicago?
Yeah.
Agathar's over
Wow.
here with fucking floaties. Like it's not that bad.
Not that bad. You're just weak.
I am gonna dishonor your fucking cheese casserole over here. Fucking forget about it. New York.
Special about your you just got a big slice. That's your New York style. Just big bunch of nuttin'.
So yes, also Morgan, very minor aside, like that third eye, it's not visible on your head.
Neither is mine.
But no,
We match third eyes, just like wink.
Rensois is just like, well, I suppose that's a way of dealing with him. I had my own ideas.
I am sorry to have taken that from you.
I'm interested. What were your ideas?
Please.
Well, you said no murder, so my idea was a bit of irony. And she'll just slowly, like, reach and, like, grab that full moon amulet for a second, just enough for, like, some of the, like, werewolf features to start creeping along her, just, like, the kind of the lengthening of the fur, kind of a stretching of the muzzle and sharpening of the teeth, before she just lets go of the amulet and reverts back.
I haven't seen this before, right?
No.
Maury's just got this like flushed face. She's staring at you with like wide eyes.
Oh
Pretty.
no, she's hotter.
Whaps Mosoy Fang. No, mine. You have enough.
I was making a joke. You're supposed to laugh. Ha ha.
When did you get that?
A bit ago, from Amalia.
Oh,
She-
okay. That makes sense.
Remember when she mentioned how she can take magic items and convert them into other items?
Yes, she did something similar with my staff.
Yes, well, and she kind of turns away, blushing a little bit, scratching at her chin. Well, you remember I haven't exactly carried my moon sickle around ever since learning about you. I figured it was an easy way to dispose of it, and, well, it turned into this. Rather ironic in a sense.
Is beautiful thing. For my people, the changing, the shifting to a shape would be like is considered a great boon, gift from nature. I would caution you not to waste it on a lowly creature. Fighting him and changing him into something he hates is...
Oh, he wouldn't have lived to have changed.
Oh,
I
okay,
assure
see.
you.
I wasn't sure where you were going. See, because of the whole nut murdering thing, and it was going to be a strange thing to try and explain to Ren.
Are you just going to give him Mad Dog disease?
No, I was going to rip out his throat with my teeth.
So we were going to just ignore Soy
But-
Fang. Okay.
That was...
Exactly. Which is why I said you put a damper on my plans. Let's get pizza.
Okay.
Oh, I
Really?
understand. I said Morrigan. I was...
That's
Not you.
true. That's true. Oh, I feel
The
bad
plot.
about this. Honestly, my whole plan. Well, I would love to have turned him into sand, but
The plot thickens so much.
really.
The three of you go off to get pizza. Soy Fang's
Oh, you
just
all
like
connect,
thinking
it's
about
just-
like, well, shit. How do I get things around people?
You're
It's
so
like I
good
said-
at sneaking and hearing and listening, but you have
It's just like, I wasn't expecting the rabbit to commit murder. I must
Exactly.
reevaluate things.
Yes,
for me,
exactly.
they would murder. I
Yeah,
know this.
pretty much. It's genuinely. Like you touch her family, you die.
It's one of those things of like Renswa feels like the little notification of like Soy Fang liked that. Soy Fang will
Yeah,
remember
exactly,
this.
it's
I think while we're eating pizza, there's a moment where Mori does that little thing where you take your two fingers and walk them up someone's arms. Like, I would love to see you wearing that necklace at some point.
I'm sure we'll have use of it soon.
She wants to see if you get the canine twig and berries.
What is wrong with you?
She just like tilts her head, confused.
This was
One,
another
no.
joke. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
One,
Uh.
not interested in men in the slightest.
She
Was ever
stopped
done-
being...
In that case, she has a dick, which I'm not interested in.
Wait, what?
Tweaking berries is a euphemism for male genitalia.
Yes. I suppose that's...
Just
You can be uninterested.
deeply
It's like-
red and looks very interested in her slice of pizza.
Look what you have done.
Oh no.
You'll be weird and kinky with your men.
But this is girl talk, is it? I hear other groups of girls talking about sex stuff all the time.
Morgan just kind of like has her mouth agape for a moment before she's like,
Let's talk about
Like,
something
Morgan-
normal like murder.
Yeah, it's like Morgan's mouth is agape and then realizes, shit, I have never participated in girl talk. I don't know what happens either.
It's so funny.
All
All three
All
of
three
you,
of us are fucking incompetent.
Yes!
all three of you have not had girl talk.
Like
she
decide
just starts rubbing
just
her
starts
head
small
like.
talk.
I don't think either of us has had much of the girl time. I'll be honest.
Suppose that's fair. I will
You
stick
will
to
have
what I
to-
know.
Yeah, really the only girl talk would be Mel, and I suspect that's a lot
doesn't
different talk
count.
from the norm.
That
Yes.
doesn't. No, she doesn't count.
Did
She
you
is an
know?
amalgam.
Did you know that there are at least 3 arteries in a halfling that will kill them that do not exist?
Yes. Her circulatory system is more densely packed.
Rabbitful. Their ears, vein. If not properly treated.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's a
we
major
use
artery
them.
that alleviates
It's
heat.
for heat regulation.
Yes. I am very smart.
We don't
So
ha-
it makes
we-
mine. I'm so good at this.
After all,
Observe-
we don't have, we don't have. She like holds up the fully furred hand. We don't have paw pads to
Yes.
widen the surface area for sweating, so it's primarily through our ears.
Yes, I know about that. I one time
They're
killed
also
I one time killed a rabbit by smothering their ears, watching them die of heat stroke.
This is terrible talking.
That-
What do you do besides killing people and making terrible like innuendos? Do you have other hobbies?
She just stares at you and blinks once, very slowly.
Oh
No.
my god.
I was a child assassin, raised, trained, and bred to be an assassin.
I am sorry to hear that.
My hobbies include snuggling Agathar,
Yeah,
hugging
just that-
Agathar, napping with Agathar, stalking Agathar.
How are you, Agathar and Soren getting on?
We are getting along well. So far, I have had 3 lovely encounters with Agathar in the night. Soren has only, which makes me the de facto.
Okay, well, isn't that great? We've made it the competition for Agathar's love.
Oh no, there is no competition.
You just
I
said
already
you were
won.
winning.
That is why there's no competition.
I don't see any babies in Soren.
The night is young!
That's very true.
Just leans into
That's
Renshaw.
fair.
I feel like I'm going crazy.
Well, at least we have pizza
I will say this is true. I love the pizza here.
Pizza is
and
really nice.
information.
I wonder. It's like Morgan's just kind of leaned up at you, looking up. He just reaches up and like grabs the base of your ear, and then strokes along the like the edge to the tip.
It's like she kind of just closes her eyes a bit, and like the ears will kind of twitch a bit.
Sensitive.
Yes, like not overly sensitive.
Sucks. You have a weak spot somewhere. I will find it.
I could tell you.
And you not take my only fun away.
Okay.
Also,
Francois,
how
would
in
you
the
like to know hers?
I'm concerned how you would know what my sensitive spots are.
It's a simple matter of seeing blood flow and nerve endings. I see a lot of them. It's not intentional.
We need to look. You know what? I have a new topic. Or not new topic. A new goal for the girls' club. Finding you a new fucking hobby.
I thought my
you
hobbies were
cons-
perfectly natural. I stalk,
Hey,
I gossip.
gossip is fine. Stalking is not typically a hobby most people are comfortable talking about. A hobby you can openly talk about without making me visibly cringe.
Have you
So
thought
fucking-
about taking up crochet?
So fucking Agathar isn't a hobby.
I could teach you to cook or sewing. Maybe you enjoy drawing, painting, something you'd like to try and learn that isn't murder or sex.
My drawing is impeccable. Let's look at this one that I did of Agatha. She then pulls out a piece of paper. She unfolds it. She places it on the table.
A stick figure lizard.
Yes, it is a stick figure lizard with a long tail
And a big
I
smile.
look at it
and a big smile.
and I look up to them. We'll start coaching you on sketching sometime in the future on our travel.
I have
It's just
been,
being
It can be
I-
a group topic.
I have been told by many an art director that my art could go into a museum.
Yes, I know.
Right.
They typically like to ingratiate most serial killers as if they are artists.
Right. Were they at knife point saying so?
Perhaps I shouldn't have asked.
Probably.
You're an amateur, and you could use some practice.
Perhaps.
But consider that next girls' night, we can all get a pad and some paper, spread out over the pillows with a drink or two, and
Or-
practice our sketching.
Or, like I said, there's other things. I could imagine sewing being something interested in.
I've sutured wounds before. Does that count?
I mean, that's more medical.
It's similar, but you know,
I remember
The
there was one mark. They were a maid.
repetitively sewing is technically repetitively stabbing something over and over. She'd be a natural.
I
don't
was
know if it
able to sew.
translate.
I was able to sew that wizard's mouth shut.
Do you recall the type of seam you used?
No.
Well, then you could use some lessons. It is whether or not you want this. Do you want this sort of thing? Would you like to indulge in a hobby outside of the ones you already partake in with us?
I think it would be so I can get this girl.
Same. I believe we have made this equally awkward for everyone.
I have been assassin for so long. Hard to think.
I have been angry and alone for so long that I have never conjured the idea of girl talk. So I am equally uneducated.
And I was largely a hermit in the woods, and there were no girls to girl talk with. Plants, mushrooms, yes. No girls.
I have an idea. Soy Fang leaves the table. And then
Don't
she
bring. I shout after them. Do not bring another girl.
you see her stop midway towards approaching a table full of girls, and then she just turns around, comes back, and takes a seat back down. That plan is out the window.
Will bother me at all, and some of the girls from the other group at some point. I don't need you dragging randos over here.
I'm just picturing, because I can already tell what she's gonna. She just goes over to a table, just picks one up, and just fucking brings it over.
Yes, she was.
Kidnapping.
She was literally about to bring someone over and sit them down at the table and just kind of like put an arm around their shoulder with like a butter knife like to their neck and go, "Tell us, what are the secrets of girl?"
Yes,
My thing
and
is, like,
Morrigan
it's like,
was
girl
not
talk
having
She
it.
wasn't gonna
now.
like go over there and like walk them over. I just mean like literally like grabs them around the shoulder, like finds like
Another
someone
bag.
small enough, and
Just
just grabs
scruff
them by
'em.
the shoulders, walks them over, sets them in a chair.
Just scruffs
You will
them.
teach us. You will teach us the secrets of girl talk.
Yep.
And you
Oh my
now, or my friend here can turn you to stone.
Not today.
anyway.
Come back tomorrow.
I can only turn one person to stone a day. I have hit my quota.
Sadly.
He doesn't
Holy
need to
shit.
know that. It's called a bluff. Anyway. so yeah, the three of you enjoy a lovely dinner. And Agathar, I'm gonna leave yours and Soren's dinner date for Nick, as I'm gonna wrap up session here. I have a thing I can do.
Okay.
So looks like it is a two-parter after all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Who could have seen this coming?
Everyone.
Anyway, so all that having been said and done, need to shift a little bit.
Yeah, I had a lot.
I hope you guys had fun.
Yeah, 100%. Seeing Soy Fang try to like be normal is always a fucking treat.
Her interactions with Mori are always funny.
So
I just
good.
find it hilarious that that now we have like two of these beings that are now being taught how to people by two of the party members.
I would like to imagine it's just like, you are, and it's just like, oh, we'll teach you, and then just like flash cut to Agathar in the fucking cart, who's made a very lifelike sketch of Soy Fang, just,
Alright. So, during these 2 weeks, Vaelyn is a very busy woman. Is Vaelyn in the chat right now? Please?
Of course not.
Vaelyn! No! He's muted! You know what? It's fine. It's perfectly fine.
Twitch mods, ban him. Unfortunately, I think he is the only Twitch mod.
Yeah, no, he's
No,
not.
I'm a Twitch mod, but I can't ban him either.
Cool.
I know.
Soren, kill him!
I know
ban
he's
him.
having. I know he's having some. It's fine. So, the first week has. I'm just gonna do general description. Let's go. Within a tavern over in Therapel, a pair of robed figures emerge and begin to walk around, gathering information, and moving to the bar counter itself, a particularly tall, but leans across the counter and says, "Good evening. I am here for finest information." And with a light wave of his hand and the bartender seems to fall under this trance of sorts. And he leans in and begins to whisper to this man in spirit. And after nodding along a couple times, he waves his hand and the barkeep goes back to normal. "Thank you for the drink, Jeeves. They're all." And the two figures then proceed to leave. They bounce around from tavern to tavern, and eventually settle down into one tavern in particular. A tavern that has actual entertainment. And standing upon the stage, about to begin her performance, Simone locks eyes with the hooded figure from across the way, and a small shiver runs up along her spine. Session end. So, all that having been said and done, we are going to go into the post-stream, where we will talk to our lovely, lovely audience. So, we're going to say adieu for now. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, so on and so forth, however you want to do that. And remember to catch next week for Tales of Deepwood Part 2. Catch us live at twitch.tv/deathlyshad, and if you want to catch the VOD, ad-free on YouTube, then it's youtube.com/thedeathlyshad, or just look at Rains of Vitrium. You'll find us easily. With all that having been said and done, Agathar, say goodbye to people.
Fuck Lucas. All my homies hate Lucas.
Morgan, say goodbye to the people.
Goodbye, people.
Renthlu, say goodbye to the people.
Goodbye. I was denied murder. I'm sad.
Soren,
We got
say
something
goodbye to the
just as
people.
good.
Pizza.
Yes, pizza. Soren, say goodbye to the people. Soren, you're muted.
Did he literally walk
I
away?
still have so many things I need to do.
I know, right?
But
You
yeah,
have another-
what?
You have another week to do that. So, Soren, say goodbye to the people.
I did. I've got too many things to do. Bye bye.
Oh, okay. And Vaelyn, Vani, if he was here, he would say goodbye too, but he is not here right now. He's having stomach issues. But from all of us to all of you, have a wonderful day, and we will see you all next week. Goodbye. Bye.